I am social media to make fuck. That's why I am social media, you know. Me and social media to fucking portray a certain lifestyle to nobody, you know. I come out here to make fuck. I having a bad day, I come in here to make fuck. I having a good day, I come in here to make fuck. Any kind of fucking day I having, I come in on this mother's cunt here to make pure fuck. It come true and you know what going on? You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna see.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a banger. We keep it. I ain't gonna really get no time limit. I don't dedicate a good bit of time to this because me and Red Talk all that. I don't see where part of it could go. So.
Hey, look, hey, when we first started, we used to pay some people to do our stuff, right? And they were like, oh, you could only do an hour, you check. And I was like, man, we don't own equipment, bro, because these conversations need to be like 3 hours long. I don't want to be like rushing to think about what to say next and speeding up stuff. Like, let we just flow, you know what I mean? I mean, we want to go 5 hours, but the pressure one was like, damn near 5 hours. You know what I mean? It was like, nah, bro, we got to get this story out. So,
right,
I don't have no time limit, you know? The rappers that might come in and stuff like that, and you know, I don't know if that's cool.
I'm not gonna hail up the pod, man.
That's cool, of course.
Let me re-up our beer, and then we go, man. Let me re-up our beer, we go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. In the middle of the pod, he reading up the beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
we just talking about etiquette.
Yo,
this how you got it.
Who lead that? Why do you treat individual people following a Johnny?
I like that one, you know. I like that one.
Partner. Hey, I gotta be myself, right? So I gonna be myself.
Okay. I wish I knew I could have got a brewski too, but that's all right. I rather do this sober anyway. I don't want nobody blame it and like, oh, you were drunk, so that's why you say that. I don't. I mean, no, I sober. I smoke all year, but I good, you know. It was some peng anyway. So, like, I ain't.
All right.
Yeah.
About to take we away, man. Yo, vloggers don't know. This your boy Farai. Tafari, not Tafari for the people in the back. Thank you for coming to the podcast. Expect to have a good time, man.
I know what time it is. It's the anointed one. The real deal, Holyfield. We outside today, man. We outside. I already know it's your boy, the man Webb, back again with another banger, man.
Yo, I keep getting shot because these guys don't get me tight. We got guests on the pod. They wearing matching t-shirt, looking fresh. I don't even buy me a country t-shirt. I had to borrow Farah's second one for that photo shoot.
Wow.
But so my name is Brian. We are Redman on the pod. Let me run it.
Let's stop the cap.
Let me run it. I'm wearing Pablo and I'm ready to get gangster. Let me do it.
Oh man.
Before I introduce our guest, I want to say, please, the folks, if you want to support the Come True podcast, make sure you share, make sure you like. If you oppose our views, drop a comment. We are open to the smoke. This is Come True. We are open to the smoke. We are more than welcome you to come on the podcast and debate with us. Please come with some factual information. Don't just be a naysay. Come with something and let me challenge each other, challenge our perspectives, and maybe come out to this more grown individuals. But without further ado, man, if you viewing, you don't see the face. I don't know something. I don't rile up already. I don't rile up already. Tell me, I see the face.
Can't you Come True podcast? No. They should have never given the platform.
We have a VI legend, man.
No.
We have man, of course. We have a legend for real, or legend in the making if you want to say that. A media personnel, real popular guy in the Virgin Islands, real influential power in the Virgin Islands. Today we have Redman. Big up yourself, Redman. Talk to the people.
I wish I had like how Tafari do his thing. Like I don't have. I thought about like how I was going to say like it's your boy. You know, like if I'm gonna do like a drop, but like it's just Redman, man. You already know what time it is. You check. I gonna keep it like Pablo down there. You know what I mean? I mean Brian. So, you know, I just say I come to for the smoke. You know, that's really what it is. I just vibe really. I was a fan of the podcast. I tell Web that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I was telling these guys, I jealous of the logo. Yeah, I wish it were my logo. Like, that's a dope logo. I get like a Sesame Street logo. You know what I mean? Me and Kyla.
I don't have anything to hold up. Sorry, guys.
Right? You know, and I've decided to wear a local brand. You know what I mean? You know, the sad part about it is I don't know the name of the brand, but when she sees it, then, but I
I
decided to
mean,
wear one of
the
those.
name in outer box.
Yeah,
Oh shit! See, oh god, I didn't
Oh
even like
God.
read it.
Hey,
I didn't read it. I
well,
didn't get to
well,
the mail. I just
hopefully
bought
the
it for the
name is
first
outer.
time. It looked like
Oh
it. Let me
man.
see. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
hopefully it's
think so.
outer box. If it's outer box, shout out to outer box. One time for the one. Am I outer rack?
Yeah, that man out of rap. You know what I mean? I want to apologize for not being able to read the name. You check. So, but yeah, the outer rack. Well, you know, rack BVI. I don't know. It's hard to tell with BVI and rack people. I think she from outer BVI. Yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
don't know.
hey,
you want to get
that
that
boy
I was
say
correct?
a
You know how
bad
man to guess.
ambassador. I done
You know
fit.
how
Like
that.
nobody gave me t-shirts right now. Like what? He don't even know
hey, they
what the
can see.
fuck he wear it.
They can see. They can see. That's what matter. They can
You know what?
see it.
But yeah, let me
We
just
up.
yeah. So
But
what's up, guys? Tired of me, man.
you know the vibes.
Hmm.
I already know we have to challenge Redman today. I know everybody waiting for us to
Hmm.
challenge Redman and a lot of his thoughts and things, but we're gonna start off a little light. So being a
Okay.
user household name in the Virgin Islands, everybody down to the older folks know your name. Everybody down to my little brother, my mother, them know your name. You and that's whether or not they like you or dislike you. Redman is a household name in the Virgin Islands. So
Right.
as somebody who's been in the media for some time, I know we talked before, and I've watched different podcasts of yours
Right.
and different interviews, and you've been in the media for quite some time, about 7, 6 years now.
Right.
What would you say contributed the most to your success in the media, and then where do you see the future of Virgin Islands media in regards of like its impact on the community and our progress?
Well, the biggest contribution to my margin of success, right, is the Virgin Islanders' insatiable appetite for nonsense. You know what I mean? Their love for nonsense is why I'm here. No other reason. You know what I mean? If I go and tell you a speech like Martin Luther King, you're like 2 likes. I say, go suck your mother. Oh my God, you have a mother. You say something like that. They share it 1,000 times and poof, here I am. But I had this one video for like I run into a tire. You check?
Hey,
Look at the fuck this monoscon fucking thing come off up here. He tire and them fuck. Fuck up my fuck. And
hey,
that was
that's
the
what
one
come
that
to
like
mind.
really like propel it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
that's how it first come across you for true.
yeah, and the story behind that, I was actually I was living in Pennsylvania at the time. I'm coming from DC, cheating as usual. You know, like that's like you know, like God saying, like, you see, this one supposed to go down there. You know what I'm saying? So I drive in and the you know, like underneath the truck tire, the trucks have a tire underneath like this. Well,
The spare
dude
Hmm.
tire.
tire drop flat on the ground, but I have a car next to me, and then they have the medium, so I can't like go left or right. So I like look at that fuck, and then like boom, you know what I mean? Like what? You know what I mean? Four drop on the ground. Guy calling me to see if I alive. I'm alive. It just get like you know, it get wedged up under the tire. So like from that age, just like then really actually to give somebody some credit is the Avalanche made a song out of it. So that propelled it even more. You know what I mean? And then I had some videos from before that started to get spin because they see this video, so now they're digging. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But mostly like everything that happened to me that just be like just random shit that get caught from me while I doing a live or I tell a story about something I went through. Like I was doing Uber Eats and I like end up in this like gift function to go inside to get it. Get it right one.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
see, I get
yeah,
yeah,
confused if like if
yeah.
which one is politically correct.
Hey,
Yeah,
L,
which
what's it
one to
called?
like really use? This anti function.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
they
no, I
say,
mean like I'm just not familiar with the terminologies. Okay. So I end up in this place and I told that story, you know what I mean? Like just walking through the crowd and like dick sitting up on my arm and shit like that because they were like it was like one of those clubs, but the kitchen was in the back. I had to pick up the food, you know what I mean? I had to think about it. I should have just like cancel the order, but I was just I needed money. You know what I mean?
The things he do
Hey,
for
Not,
you have to
cash.
see it true.
I know, hey, Pablo, I know, I laid that one up for you, you know that, you know what I mean? But, yeah, you know? So, and the funny thing about it is, when I walk in, I ask a security guard, like, where the kitchen was, but I didn't really pay attention to what like, who he was. 'Cause I had bust the door and see all these man in loincloth, half naked and thing, and I'm like, whoa. And mind and the police outside, he laughing, but he ain't telling me why he laughing for. He just telling me the back door is over here, but come to find out he already know. You
Yeah,
check?
he done.
Yeah,
I
He
didn't
yeah,
know.
done.
I
yeah.
like, hey, where's the Marquette? Like, I in Atlanta, I don't know. No. To be fair, I did see the rainbow color signs like leading up to the place. But I was like, this Atlanta, man, they got rainbow signs all over the
All
place.
over the
Like,
place.
it don't
Yeah.
mean nothing, you know? So on my way out, man, I remember on the phone with a girl and I was telling her, like, man, it's just gonna be my dumb luck that somebody from the Virgin Islands is going to be in this club and see Redman posted up on the wall waiting for
They go
food
spin
and
it.
see Redman auntie ass was in an auntie club hanging out. This is why I tell the girl on the phone, you know, bro, as I bust the door and I start to walk, all I hear was, Redman! My heart sink down to my
Oh,
I didn't even want to turn around, bro. Like, my heart in my stomach. And when I turn around, it was the security dude, right? So I start to explain fast. And he was from the VI. So I like, yeah, man, never do over each other. They never tell me the kid. You like, I know. I see you coming for that. I was like, oh, God, go on VI Facebook and tell these people this story. I'm dead. You know what I mean? So it was stuff. I did that live and that it blew up. So it was stuff like that like what people really latch on to. They never really too much latch on. They latch on to my passionate lives about like the VI and like stuff that I'm passionate about. But when I measured and I ain't have the antics and the theatrics in the life, people don't really tune into that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say that is really the insatiable appetite for nonsense is why I'm where I am. So if they're complaining about me, they put me here. You know what I mean?
Hey, factual. Which really right into it. The criticism. Being that you're in the space you're in, even though you didn't like purposely in those certain situations put yourself in that position, like there wasn't a skit. You were just going through your
Right,
real life doings and life,
right,
and this just is what happened, and you just naturally just being yourself.
yeah.
With that come with a lot of criticism, especially when you get to the point where you have thousands and thousands of followers, or you know how people is once they build you up, a lot of people have this expectation of, hey, this is how you're supposed to move, over the case may be. So how do you deal with the criticism that comes with that? Because even I know you're doing artist management and a couple of different things, it's the same thing that they have to deal with when they get up to their point. So how do you deal with it yourself, and then how do you coach others to be able to deal with the criticism, whether it be positive or negative, that comes from just being a public figure?
So like things gonna affect you naturally. You know what I mean? Like you could act like certain comments in annoy you or stuff like that. But I understand the position I in and like I gonna get criticized. Not everybody is going to like what I say or how I say it. But I think that I more respect the people them when they articulate with sense why they disagree with me versus their like emotional response to it is like, I don't respect that. You have no intellect, you know what I mean? 'Cause I don't say nothing. Anything I say, whether it be funny or not, right? It have a either use antics to drive my points. You know what I mean? So everything based on intellect. But since I know you don't consume intellect and I need you to consume intellect, I'm going to package it with nonsense. And then if you find the intellect within the nonsense, then cool, because you've already shown me that if I give you intellect, you're not going to consume it. You know what I mean? And if you're intellectual and emotionally measured, then you're still going to be able to see it. Now, it feels like one of them people who that get triggered and like, oh shit, oh my God, it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? They hung
Mr. Message.
Jesus, bro. They nailed him to a cross and he was perfect. To me, perfect, I know I was going like, say it how you want me to say it. If I say it how you want me to say it, then I'm no longer an individual. I'm just like part of the crowd. You can't separate you. If you say Redman is a household name, it's because of who I am. I haven't make a hit record. I haven't saved anybody in a sea. It's my own personality that stands out. that lets you know who I am. If I start to move in accordance with everybody for everything, then there's no separation. You tell a child be yourself and then turn around and say, oh well, don't be yourself, be like everybody else. Like, what a confusing all is that? I be myself, and whatever consequences come with it, I have to understand that I said these things. So even if I feel like I ain't wrong, and somebody decide they don't want to follow me, I said it. If that's a choice they could make, they don't want to support me, they don't want to sponsor me. I said it. You know what I mean? And I don't believe in like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come and tell far right something. It's far right, right? Or far right?
Far
Far
right,
right.
yeah.
I gonna come tell Far right something, and then while I about to tell him something, I start to think about how I going to tell it to him to make sure he don't get upset. To me, that's a facade, bro. Let me tell it to you how I feel. You know what I mean? So even if I take a time out to sit down and say, you know what, let me don't go to him angry, I still telling you how I
Mm.
feel it, right? So it authentic. You, this is how I feel, like it or not. This is how I feel. If I start to like dress it up, then I ain't authentic and you really can't figure out who I am really, then 6 months down the line, you're gonna be like, oh, Redman switch. Well, I didn't switch. I was just kind of like trying to appease to your feelings. So let me just put myself out there right now, and then you decide whether you like me or you don't like me. Because people like me for different things. People like me for how I deal with artists, but they don't like what I see on the internet. People like what I see on the internet, but they don't like the artists them that I deal with. People like me for party. People like me for this reason. Not everybody gonna like me for all reasons. You know what I mean? Some people don't like me because I fuck off the friend head and just use her up and do some fuck to her and they in a group chat complaining about it and he's a dog and it's all kind of reasons, bro. People not gonna like you. You know what I mean? Like I can't get everybody to like me, but fortunate enough, most of the people them who don't like me, their parents love me. So, you just gotta
Mm.
deal with that.
So let's talk about one of them big reasons people don't like you right now.
Mm.
With this viral post, I know all of you by now know what I'm about to talk about with this post that Redman has say. So I'll
Before
just
you
read
say
it.
that, I want you to know I'd get like one of these a year. You know what I mean? I'd get canceled like every year. Okay, like once a year for sure. Bro, I have my fourth Facebook page, Now I just have like a,
Oh,
a Facebook fan page. Before, like, they banned me from Facebook, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a rogue thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's
They
like
get catch on tape.
every year somebody's going to feel some type of way. If you speak enough, if you talk enough, you're going to offend someone.
Mm.
oh,
Only
for sure.
the people who don't offend people is the people who don't have anything to say. They just have a critique. You know what I mean? But if you shoot enough basketball, you're gonna miss, right? Or you're gonna make,
Facts.
right? But shooters keep shooting. So I expect, a cancellation once a year. You know what I mean? It don't last
You
long.
need to up the stakes to twice a year. Because
Hey,
That's
look,
what I.
hey,
That's probably what the goal was.
bro, I actually slow down. Back in the day, I used to drag people. Like, if you come in from the internet, I would drag you. But now it's just
Mm.
like, man, why? Just say how you feel. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Like, you ain't seeing me and saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't stopping me from achieving. You know what I mean? So it's just your opinion. Like, people don't like Colin Kaepernick because he kneel.
True.
Some people like him because he kneel. People gonna argue over, oh, he should have kneel, he shouldn't have kneel. That's like 50 and 50% of the nation. What are we supposed to
Right.
do? So go ahead. So, um, go ahead. Let's let's
All right.
let's let's get into that. Let's get into that.
All right, y'all. For y'all that ain't know what the
You
post
gonna read
said,
this? You gonna read the whole post?
I read in the whole post, of
Thank you. That's
course.
why. Let's go. We will
All
break
right.
it down for Brian. Piece by piece, my brother. Yeah.
Break it down for me.
Well, the
So this is
audience.
how
Run,
the post went.
run the post.
I'll read the whole thing, then we can start breaking it down.
Okay, go
Uh
ahead.
huh.
To be honest, Ayo, I can't stomach the fact that some whoring woman's son gonna be digging up my daughter hole in less than a decade. Cause I know firsthand how them woman does look pretzel up, and I don't want that for my child. Think I'm gonna convince her to be a Catholic nun. That's my only hope in life. So that's the post, and for y'all that don't know, it had Facebook in a fucking uproar. Oh my
Uproar.
gosh. Up
Uproar.
roar, right? How much shares that thing had? How much that thing have by now?
Maybe about 300,
I don't
Sheesh.
something
know.
like that.
You
But
could pull it up now.
I talking about when the man talk about Janelle with the 300 shares.
No, not that one.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one they didn't get. Oh, when they disgrace a woman, a black woman, a
not that one.
LGBTQ black woman in the Virgin Islands, you mean to tell me that they dragged her and they didn't get 300 shares? Oh,
Mm.
sorry. Oh, you talking about my post? The
Yeah,
one
your
I
Yeah.
brought
post.
up.
Yeah, your fault.
Shit, damn.
I like how
Super,
this
Hey,
man a thing and you think he's slicking. I like
super
that.
yeah,
important.
that
Super
he slipped that
important.
in real easy.
No, it's
Slipped
super
that in
important.
real.
It's very important. Let's
This a
discuss this.
media. This a media
So
man.
let's talk about it.
Let's
I
dis.
would like to put my 2 cents in real quick.
Go ahead.
All right.
Hmm.
Because for the majority of people that have been sharing and been at a serious upward, they have some men, but it was mostly women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was more so focus on the wording and how you said things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you said things pretty fuck up in this post. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. But the overall premise, I do think that most men kind of think in this way when it comes to the data, not necessarily in a detailed sexual way, but more so in the idea of protecting your data from when she reaches to that age when she becomes sexually active, and not being happy about the fact, or being terrified really of the fact that this day going to come when some man is in that position with your data. I feel like most men that say they don't want a data, the reason they say they don't want a data is because they're thinking about sketchy ways in the future potentially. It ain't necessarily they're thinking of it the way you worded it, but overall they ain't trying to have the data get fuck off from somebody, and it's really I don't find it to be disgusting. That's a normal thought and protective from a father's side, and I think that most men could understand that perspective, but they was more so focused on your fuck up wording and how it came off.
Okay, so before I address it, let me say this, right? I'm 40
Mm-mm.
years old, and I promise you, right, that the girls them who are scared out here, your father is sick to their stomach. I know. I hear them. They just don't tell you. So you just think that your behavior is like not affecting anyone, but it is. You understand what I'm saying? So let me just put that on the side for them so they can understand. Like, I'm a woman. I could be whatever I want to be. You can. But I'm telling you, just father stomach in a knot. Okay? All right. So my daughter that make bought July 29th and August 4th, back to back. And I wrote, every time they make a birthday, I make a, share that picture and I write a post about them. And I kind of let it, my audience know like who they is. Cause these people, I'm not like a public person in like I private but public. But I share my daughters. You know what I mean? I always wanted daughters. I pray, I beg for daughters. Like I'm one of them dudes that beg for daughters. One, I was a very disgusting challenge. Didn't want to deal with myself. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? My mother have 12 sisters. Well, she have more than 12
Sheesh.
sisters, but my grandmother have, I think, 10 or 12 daughters, no sons. So I grew up in a house that just, and my one of my aunt them younger than me, one of my aunt older than me. You know what I mean? So I grew up in a
Yeah.
house with that just pure. Like I have my father's side of the family is mostly men, and we both the both families were in the projects. But you know, you're with your mother, so you're gonna be around
Yeah.
your mother more and a little bit more intimately. And I can't even say that because I really wrong both of them equally, but I had a heavy influence from my mother and her sisters.
True.
So I've seen a lot. That's number one. Then I've done a lot. That's like I've done a lot. You know what I mean? Like when they're debating like who might have been the biggest whore, like like it's like LeBron, Kobe, Michael, like I might be Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like I up there. I ain't gonna front. So that's that. So you sit and you think like, damn, my daughter gonna run into fucking me. You know, she gonna run into one of my little rappers. I'm like, I watch it. I manage artists. I know how the thing that go on with them and girl. Like I sit around and watch my younger self. You know what I mean? So like in my mind is like I don't never really the thought actually is I don't want her to have sex. So when the first one make bought it, I called the second one and I said, listen, I won't be real with you. Okay, cause that's how me and my daughter and me is like we attack. My daughter ain't hesitant to tell me she like a boy or hey, let me tell you what happened. This dude send me a note. Like she coming home to tell me this. Like we're going bam about this and reason, and I'm gonna stick my little gems in. So I called and I said, look, man, I said, man, your boy coming up soon, but I just really want to tell you how scared I is. You check, I scared for you to get a driver's license because you could be doing everything right and you get in an accident and you die. I scared for you to get a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like I ain't stopping you. I just being real with you. Like I have these fears because once you leave from even no, you don't even have to leave from the war dangerous for you. You know what I mean? And I can't protect you from everything. So I just a father that started have teenagers 15 and 14 getting closer and closer to becoming young women, don't have to check in, don't have to tell me the business, do things, like I getting closer and closer to that. And I can't stomach that fact. You know what I'm saying? But the dude I is on the internet, I'm gonna sprinkle that little sprinkle juice in there. You know what I mean? That's going, ruffle your feathers a little bit. So let's break this down. Tell me the first line, Tafari.
Tafari, not
Tafari, sorry.
Tafari.
I don't make the same
Sorry.
mistake.
Sorry. The first line was what? I can't stomach the thought.
QBH, Ayo, I can't stomach the thought. I can't stomach the fact that some whoring woman's son gonna be digging up my daughter hole in less than a decade.
That's a fact. I don't have to imagine that or see that in my mind. That's just a known fact of 40 years of living that you get children, and you get children, and you dig out somebody daughter hole. That is a fact. That's not me sitting down thinking about it. I don't have to imagine that. I just can't stomach the fact that this is going to happen. That don't mean I'm going to stop her. That don't mean I don't want grandkids. That's my baby, bro. Like, this is my dad, them. Like, when my partner, them see me wrong, my daughter, them, they go tell you, like, bro, it's like, you ever see a duck and ducklings following? Like, that's me and my daughter, them. Not the, like, they, wherever I doing, in the studio, wherever I doing. You know what I mean? You know what my daughter and I be around me like, hey, man, like, you need to stop smoking, showing me pictures of black lungs and stuff like that. You check? That's the relationship we have. You know what I'm saying? So I can't stomach that. Like, I ain't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So to whoever sitting down imagining my daughter who going dig out, you're a sicko. Not me. I didn't imagine that. I just told you the fact that I can't stomach. So let's go to the next bar. Oh, wait. Brian, you have anything to say? You want to insert that before we go to the next bar, my brother?
Hey.
I use pad etiquette. I'm waiting for you to finish humanizing yourself before I come with the questions.
Oh, humanizing myself.
Yeah, it's, like
I'm
when
a top
somebody
guy.
pour a gun at you and you start to say, I have kids, I have a wife, I have a home, this, that, and the third.
No, don't do.
That's how it's coming off right now to
No,
me.
I'm sorry.
So
I
I just
don't
waited
want-
for you to finish
wait.
answering
Wait,
question.
Wait. I don't want to come off like that to you. I want you to know unequivocally that I stand by my post.
I know 100% red
So,
man. I know you stand
good.
by it, and
Okay.
I'm not against
Okay.
your thought.
Okay, cool.
I'm just telling you what it coming off as.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to humanize myself. I just want to
you
make
see me
sure.
shaking my head in agreement. Like these are
Okay.
all facts.
Okay,
But
cool.
the narrative that you're building up, it kind of long.
Not
Waiting for you to get through the whole post.
You can go back and look at it. That's why I tell you, my data just made body the other day, July 20th.
I understand.
So I'll go
That's
back
why I
and
want
see.
you to finish. Yeah, I've seen the post. I have nothing against it.
Okay,
I
cool.
waiting for you to get through.
Okay.
To get through the complete statement. So I
one.
want for it to continue reading line for line.
All right,
Bar
next
two.
line, bar
Next-
two.
Yeah, bar two.
Cause I know firsthand how them woman does look pretzel up. And I don't
really
want
don't
that
be
for my
folding them
child.
up, dog. Like I really don't like. You know what I mean? Like I doing that. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like I know how it is, bro. I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to imagine my daughter doing nothing. I just doing that. And if I'm not delusional, like I don't want to lie to myself. Like I don't want to think about this. Like like I'm not that. It's a reality. You know what I mean? So I just telling you, like, you know what? For my baby girl in Listen, bro, like it's a different feeling. Like when I see my baby mother father, trust better be like, damn, I wonder how this nigga feel about me, man. Like I actually had his daughter head stuck in between the headboard and the mattress, bro. Like I did some things. You know what I mean? These are reality. We feel like it's taboo to talk about it. That is taboo. So it's my turn to be her father. You check. So now I sulking down and see like, yeah, when I was young and just running through y'all, I was never thinking about their dads. But now it's my turn. So I sinking down like, oh shit. Like
Man,
21 coming, like 19 coming, like, damn, like hey, it's my turn now. It's retribution. You know what I mean? And I wish for these little goals. You know what I mean? Why they take this far ahead? You know what I mean?
yeah, nobody thinking about that part
I
there.
just, I just wish for little girls because I didn't want to deal with a disgusting boy, and I love my little girls. But now they're about to be women. You know what I mean? I remember telling my daughter on a 10 body, like, you want to stay at 10? Like, I feel like if you stay at 10, like, we gonna be good. 10 is a lovely age. You got everything you want. You don't need nothing. You don't even care about boys. Just stay at 10. We
And
work
cool.
something out with God and we just cool right here. We don't need drop no more. I don't want, I don't, I'm afraid they run into me, bro. They run into me. I was a monster. Some people still think I am, but but
Bar
I'm just
tree,
saying.
bar tree, bar tree.
So,
The last bar, the
that's it.
last bar.
The last
Last
bar
bar is
fire.
think I'm gonna convince her to be a Catholic nun. That's my only hope in life.
Yeah, man. Stay virgin, man. It's rough out here, man. You might get AIDS. You check like I don't even know what to do. You might not. Look, I listen, let me tell you something. One thing I know for sure is a couple times I know I'm supposed to wear a condom and I didn't. And I was like, fuck it, man. Let me slide in. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You don't know what is your get. You just really wanted it this bad. She don't know what you get. She really wanted it this bad. And my daughter might not be that lucky. A lot of people are not that lucky to come out unscathed. So when
I
you
won't
sit down and
lucky.
you think about the process of growing up and everything she gotta do, if you sit down thinking about everything your daughter have to go through in life, then you're gonna turn around and say, black woman not protected out here. But no, I out here worried about my daughter because you say black woman ain't protected, but I shouldn't fucking be worried. Or you need me to be worried in a Albert Bryan kind of way with a bow tie. That's not who the fuck I am. I from fucking ghettos. Like when I go home, I am the tough, drinking and smoking and cooling with my people. Like I'm not that. I'm never gonna be that person ever. Even if you convince me to run for office, now I might not cuss,
Hmm.
but definitely you're gonna get some. Hey, look, listen, go home, okay? Because like you're not doing the right job. You know what I mean? Like you'll get some aggression out of me. I'm not that person. It's like all right, boom, I run into the platform, and then it's like, okay, Red Man, you got a platform, so you have some responsibilities. No, I don't. You have some responsibilities to yourself and what you choose to digest, how you digest it, how you perceive it, and how you look at it. That's not my responsibility. I have consequences, not responsibilities. If I say certain things that you don't like, the consequences could be a wide range of things. And, I'm very disappointed that their canceling efforts didn't make it very far. I was kind of really ready to see me get canceled for real. Like, wow, PI people have power. Maybe we could mobilize and get them to the polls. But it just
Hold
never
on, hold on, hold
manifested.
on.
Wait, wait,
Don't
wait,
go
wait,
there yet.
wait.
Don't go there yet. Don't go
We
there yet.
got.
Don't go
We're
there
just
yet.
gonna cut that line there. That's a good one. That's a good one. We ain't there
Yes.
yet.
Oh, we
You're
there yet?
jumping ahead.
Okay, sorry, slow down. All right.
Talk,
Is Brian Town
talk,
right? I know.
yeah, talk to me,
Yeah, it's
Brian. We ain't hear you from you. Talk to
Rano.
me. Then I'll
Why?
follow up.
Why is it so important to hear my voice on this
Oh
this
no, no,
line?
everybody's voice is important,
But
bro.
wait,
Well,
wait. Wait, Brian, you forget why I used to call you the voice of reason. We want to
yeah, I
hear
just
my
got a
boy
couple
Pablo
questions,
voice.
because,
Yeah,
like you say, the internet is a love or hate you place, and
definitely.
it's being authentic self. It's like you can't not respect that, because those are things that even the people who may disagree with what you say are things that they align with. Being yourself, your media is your media, talk your own thing, right? But like you said, when you're scrolling down your page, you know, we follow each other, fans are, your page, and what you do, blase blase. Right before that, it almost seemed like it was in all intent. You posted that you were going to do something to rile up Facebook, that you're going to get canceled. You literally gave forewarning to it, right?
No, no,
So
no. That's
to me,
backwards. No, that I know you read it. That
but
post.
that's how it
Listen.
came out.
So
I
let me.
understand that. That's why when I'm
Okay,
correct
go ahead.
myself, because
Go
when I
ahead.
went to your page, when it first came to me, it came as a screenshot. You know, that's how it is. Like,
Right, right.
boom. And I shared that shot with the fellas. I was like, no, ain't no way that this man said this, and then boom, like he like I gonna bait the internet and they gonna fall in exactly that way. So I
I
was
have
like,
done that before, but not this time.
I didn't play into the fact. I was like, okay, we don't know you, you talking shit, ain't that serious until because how it started off, I apologize, Facebook, it's not no agreements or disagreements, but when I
Mm,
first saw the post, it's to show the kind of fickle thing. It was all jokes and laughter. That's what me and Webber talk about on the side. And then slowly it's like one person disliked it and then it turned into a cataclysmic thing.
Yeah, that's
And the
funny.
only disagreement is like Farah said, like you took a simple statement and you just drag it with the extra, like they're falling up and the this, that, and the thought, and
but isn't that
you
my
know
signature? Isn't that my signature,
I
Brian? Isn't
understand, but
that my? Isn't that my
once it start
forte?
one you see Redman is your signature when it involves regular grown woman and regular grown man. But the fact that you bring a child into it,
Oh,
I
I didn't
think
bring
is
my
where
child into it.
who are you talking about when you say your daughter getting dig out by somebody? So isn't that your child?
Okay,
Isn't using the
yeah,
term your
but not,
daughter?
but it's
So
a
is it?
reality. It's like a reality,
Of course, it's a reality. But
right?
it's just like
And I said 10.
everybody
Yeah,
as a man
you missed
is
the
a
part where I
man.
said 10 years from now, not
10 years,
15.
15 years, it
That's
really don't matter.
25.
It don't matter if she 20, 30, or 40, right?
What?
It's still your child, right? The fact
Mm.
that it's nothing I
Yeah.
cannot disagree with what Farah is saying. No.
Okay.
As a father or as a man, that
Yeah.
thought has crossed everybody's head because you know what you did, Webb know what he did, Farah know what he did. Every, most men past the age of 18 know what they've done.
You
You
gotta say,
can't
I know
discredit
what I
that.
did. Don't leave yourself out
I
of this
know what
shit.
I've done.
Thank you. Don't be
But
fucking wrong on the pod, bro. Like,
all of us on come to know what we've
you're
done,
really holy
right?
just now, dog. All right.
But it's like I for some reason it's like your worst intrusive thought just leak straight onto Facebook just to see what reaction you will get from that. Obviously, like Farah mentioned, um, most of the demographic who disagreed with you and then slandered or shared came from a certain demographic, which was the Virgin Islands women. Justifiable because they are women, so they took to that in a certain manner. I didn't really see much outcry or shares from most of the male generation, but then for some reason I don't know if the post got reported, but I just stopped seeing it on the page, so I don't know where it went from there.
No, it's still there.
It did, yeah,
So
it
it's
did.
still there, but I don't know. I guess Facebook is so I don't know. Sometimes when people report things, it the necessary doesn't disappear, but it just doesn't pop up in all the algorithm. I don't know how it works,
So
but
let me get your education on VI social media because
let me hear it.
when you've been doing it for so long, it's like when most people come on social media, they come on social media to consume. I necessarily not coming on social media to consume. I'm coming on social media to give you content so you can consume. So we look at it
Yes.
from two different perspectives. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is most people fantasy or some people reality. And I say fantasy because if you go on the majority of women pages right now, you'll never see them without makeup or the hair not done or them not looking presentable. They're going to pick the nicest picture to present to you, and that's all they're going to show you. And what you have to understand about me is when I come on the internet, first of all, I ain't authentic right now because I get my hair done for the podcast, and I'm like, I'm a ragamuffin. I ain't fucking doing my hair. You know what I mean? But when you go on my page, you're gonna see dress up red man, bummy looking red man, hobo looking red man. You know what I mean? Like I try my best to make sure I remain authentic and not like try and hide certain things from or present a certain. I'm not trying to present myself a certain way so you could like me. I'm presenting myself. You decide if you like me or not. But this is how it work. Okay, so I write the post and it went a whole day. You get like 200 laughs or something and 50 comments, right? And then I was sitting down here, me and Zach, we burning a joint, and I see a notification coming that I get shared, and I see the disdain in the person tone when they share it, like the attack. And that's when I like, Zach, I about to go viral. And that's when I post, I gonna go viral in four,
In
three,
five,
two,
yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's
And
how we
then
are come flip.
poof, it went viral. And this is why. So first of all, notice, like I'm admittedly a heavy critic of modern woman's attire in the Virgin Islands. Like to me, it just too slack. You know what I mean? And I've voiced my opinion many times. And you're always gonna have those women who gonna be like, well, we gonna wear what we want to wear and why you care and da 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 da. But I have daughters, you know what I mean? And if you telling me that I could influence people, then I know that you could influence people, and my daughter gonna have to grow up in this society with you. So I am going to talk about these things as a father. I have a mother. I have a sister. This is just my viewpoint, right? Like, I don't think that this is appropriate or women doing this is appropriate. Like, I have my opinions. I could have that. Like, if you feel like what you want me to do, have an opinion about a guy all the time, I'm not anti. You know what I mean? I speak on things I like. I don't say shit about helicopters because I don't like helicopters. But I say some shit about boats because I like boats. I like women, so I'm gonna say shit what I see that I've experienced. I'm gonna share that, right? So all the women who really were seeking shelter to say something, like they ain't saying nothing on their own, Like, oh, somebody said it. So no, I have like a crowd of people with me, like I could just pile on, you know what I mean? And Satan, that's fine. It only works for me because if I see something like I don't like, I'm not sharing it. I just ain't. I'm not adding any fuel to it. I don't really want it. You know what I mean? Like when the thing happened with Sarah, I just shared it like this is VI man need to come to women defense and speak up. Well, it's my cousin. I sharing it regardless, and I vocal, so I'm gonna share it. But after that, you ain't see me talking about no pig feet and stew and like I don't care about that. That's trivial. I'm not here to pile on. I'm here to like lead out. You know what I mean? When we talk about shit, is really what I talking about. Not really most of the time what everybody else talking about. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. It's my microphone. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what everybody is talking about. So it was just their opportunity to like pile on and be like, yeah, 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 and he hate woman and he's gay and he's this and he's you know what I mean like that. And that's fine. Get it out. If this serves as therapy for you, then please express yourself. You know what I mean? So I already know how it'll work. I already know how to apply because they're not coming out on their own to send it, or they run to Twitter with part they think I can't see them, which I can't. People won't come back and say, oh, this, they'll duck off in some other kind of social media to express their disdain for me. You can just come on my page and be like, Red man, fuck you. I don't like you. Why you not saying that? So
But
I understand that people have the privilege to do that, voice their opinion. I'm not mad at them for that, but it only plays into what I need out of it anyway at the end.
that's why I don't comment on that. I what you said made a lot of sense. That line you mentioned where if you don't like something, why are you sharing it? And that goes back to what I said. Like I saw for a while nothing was happening with the post, and that hive mentality. Even with if you like it or you don't like it, it's everybody sharing the same thing with the same comment to say it, saying why would you post this, but then you're spreading it more, which is literally going to exactly what you said. This is going to go viral. So it's just boosting your content page for you just saying what on your mind. And if it disgusts you, why you're sharing it. So that's something a whole next conversation. Like every time it's big in the VI, like I don't like something, so let me give it more attention. Versus something that affects us highly is like, blaze past just like you said, because that was a more heavy issue that you mentioned. I don't know if you want
Hold
to go into
on.
detail on that, but
Hold
yeah.
on. I don't want to say it because I ain't get my thoughts up.
Oh,
Oh,
for
okay.
real.
I don't
The
want to say
luxurious. I
anything.
want to hear your thoughts on that.
So
Come close to the mic, let people hear you.
I gonna be very, very real and authentic in how I experience the post. You know what I'm saying? So Brian, send the screenshot. I read the post. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't the best fucking dude neither. I have done what the fuck I done. I've consumed Redman's content for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Is this not the first post I seen? I've done seen it for a while. My initial thought when I seen the post was, for one, I agree, not with the verbiage per se, but I agree with the premise of it. Because as a man, I have two daughters. Y'all, Brian and Farai, y'all seen me just in the other day, like I in the group chat, and I talk about like, wow, how people that just do one night stands like this for, like, how much woman I don't ride off in the night. I don't take women to parking lot, just meet her in the parking lot, and I blaze her in the parking lot. So it's not to say I thinking about these things like, wow, these are the same freak them that could happen to my children. So when I read the post, I was myself thinking on a time like, why the man kind of imagining his data, because when I formulate these same kind of thoughts, it's not coming from a place of me imagining my data
Exactly.
in the fuck.
Mhm.
I know the thought process I have when I was at the time doing these kind of things to women. I look at these women in the back of my head subconsciously. I was degrading them. I like, what, Mister, this woman easy, yeah, man, da 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 da. Now I have a daughter. I would never want my daughter to think like that. At the same time, I grew up how we would talk raw. And this is me being honest. I grew up how we would talk raw. So I found it funny. I never looked at it from a place of why the man is a pedophile. Well, I don't even know if we can say that on the pod. We might gotta bleep that one out. But
Bleep.
yeah.
It's bleeped
But I
out.
didn't I
That'll
didn't
work.
I didn't think about that aspect, and to me, it likens to other things that people have criticized me for, which is like, okay, we are attacking the delivery, but we're not getting the message. Why does not that not apply to this set? And like I said, as a person who have seen Redman post, I can't take this as serious. I seen Redman talk positively about his data in countless of posts. Don't get me
True.
wrong. In saying this, I don't disagree with the people who have a problem with the verbiage. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's not my stance. Like, yo, y'all cannot have a problem with the verbiage. Okay, Red Man could say how he want. If I come out and able to say something, I could say how I want. So I don't have a problem with you man attitude. Where I found the problem in it was is now we painting the gay label when some other sit down here and talk about how we not supposed to be attacking this and that, and we supposed to be inclusive. But when it solves you to attack somebody else, you want to use it. We want to sit down here and claim pedophile. Like, in what sense was that any kind of pedophilia? That's the
Mhm.
part where I don't really like. Okay, disagree, but let's not take it further than you
Take it
need
to a
to do.
different level.
And,
Yes.
and
Right.
that's my problem with the whole thing. A lot of people are taking it further to different levels. And I see on here and I reading the shares, and I know, and some of my pan them, they know. I watching I who is saying, man, who I've seen post reckless fuck on this internet.
But that's
And
the
then now,
thing.
but then now we want to rally behind this. What happened to all the reckless fuck you were posting?
From
Well,
both
he
Why
ends.
that on this fuck Tommen woman? This are kind of crazy, outlandish fuck, you know what I'm saying? But this is what we want to really have the outrage about.
Tommy
And like I
woman is
said,
cool, man. You know, that's
no, I mean, but
okay, cool.
based on
Keep
how
on
they're
rest.
going about it, you know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
like I say, my standpoint is
bit of fun.
I don't disagree or nor agree with the people that say, all right, he could have worded differently. Yes, he could have worded differently, but at the end of the day, that's how we choose to word it. Realistically, I'd think the same way. No, me personally is not my kind of style to come out and deliver it this way. That happened to be his style to come out and deliver it that way. But
Mhm.
the reality, I think that's authenticity. Because the thought, my question would be, and maybe I'm being naive, my question would be, and some of the people in my seed is like they have a bigger um outlook on the post when they
Mhm.
Right.
start to bring in this pedophilia and whatever it is. I can look up the thing and we could bleep it up if we need to bleep it up. But what is the destruction in saying it like that? Like, where does the destruction come from? Because if Redman come in the pod right now, and from my
Mhm.
my assumption was nobody is imagining this actual situation. Because me as a father, when I do it, I don't imagine my
You don't
actual data.
visually see
Right.
it. It's just
Exactly.
a
So if
thought.
Right.
y'all doing this and y'all mad about this, where is the destruction in it? Why it need to be removed so bad? Because like I said, I've heard a lot of talk that I could sit on here and if I want to be nitpicky and start cancel culture, that need
Mhm.
to be removed. So where is the destruction? I don't know if y'all have the answer for me, or if somebody in the comment section want to come and add to the conversation. But where's the
Honestly,
destructiveness in the post?
the line is blurred web in terms of who and when you go say things. Cause just like you mentioned, like I've seen honestly, I'll be honest with you. The most reckless things I've come across on Facebook. Come from women.
It's woman, and I don't want to
I
Well,
make.
let me
don't
slow
want to
down,
make it
guys.
seem.
Yeah, I was
Let's
just
slow
gonna
down
say, yeah,
because
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to make
make
it
it.
seem as if I'm
you guys,
attacking any group,
easy,
you know.
easy,
But
Brian. You're treading up to the line. You say woman
no,
a
no,
little
no,
too
no, no.
much.
I
Two
being
more
I gonna be
times.
honest. I
You
gonna be
gotta slow
honest.
down, man.
I ain't saying they
Oh
don't
man,
have
we
men
done
out
fine.
here talking that reckless stuff, and it
Nah, man,
maybe
wild and
just
fresh.
be on my page because I just don't follow probably those men who be
Mm,
speaking that way. Because again, that's not my company. So if
right.
maybe I have those guys, you guys can enlighten me who'll be out here just trashing around that top. But it just so happens that my algorithm tends to spew out some of the weird things that come out of from the female demographic, specifically in the
You know
Virgin
what?
Islands.
You know what? Before I let you go on, Brand,
Uh-huh.
me that man can't cancel real. My boy, I watch woman watching pictures and videos of little youths and talking about them man, oh, this and that and this and that. Let's
Oh
fucking
gosh.
bring this fuck up. As
Oh
Let's
bro,
talk
gosh.
let's
about it.
bring it up. Let's bring
Oh
it up.
gosh.
Let's talk about
As
it.
Hey,
I
Let
don't
not
want to talk about it. I
I
don't
don't
want.
no,
want
no,
to
we
talk
can
about
go
it.
deep. We can go deep. But for
You
example,
got, you got, let me say
the,
this. I
for
don't
Uh-huh.
know.
example,
I say this all the time. Who's saying, for example, far right?
no, that's me.
What?
That's me. That's an
Okay,
example. That's an example.
okay. Let me say this, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me just tip it over the far because I'm afraid to tip it over. Most VI women hate men that are not their fathers, their sons, their brothers, or their cousins. So if you don't fit in that mold, they don't hate you already.
I
Okay?
think VI women love the people from the Come True podcast.
Well,
Hey, facts.
I
That's
mean,
what
you
can
know,
I say?
I mean, hey, look, you guys are handsome fellas, you know what I mean? So I suspect it, you know what I'm saying? But really and truly, that's what we seeing, you know what I mean? And maybe they have reasons to, like, dog, like, we can't, VI man can't hide the fact that we are like dogs, you know what I mean?
fact.
Or like, we just, like, it's just, like, so I understand where they like trauma or the hate or the hesitation or like the defensiveness or and all of these things come from, but there's still a reality, okay? And the reality is that they when if a man do it, it's gonna have a different reaction than if a woman say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time I had a post going viral like 6 years ago over a father bathing the daughter. And they're like, oh my God, I can't leave my father bathe, the father bathe the daughter because that's trauma that they went through. And I get it.
Mm.
Right.
But you can't push your perception or your experience on Red Man because you imagine it, because you went through that, because don't put that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know? You gotta go address that with like a therapist. You see what I'm saying? When you take it that far, like as a pedophile, like you all are you woman know who pedophiles are. You went to high school. You said nothing. They are wrong. I tell Web all that today. I said, my boy, let me show you how these people is, right? I got a dude that pull up to a gas station, drag a girl, beat her up, bought some shot after another car, you check, and went to jail for it. And when they highlighting VA man, he'd be there with all the children them, all up. And all the girl them who were like attacking me sees this. Just like have it on one of the most popular pages. And they say nothing. Nothing, But see, me as a mirror dog. And what I gonna do is keep continue. When people come on Facebook, did I come to escape a reality and live in a fantasy? And if I come in behind you and still point the reality in your fantasy world, you're gonna be mad with me. I don't want to come here for you to tell me how slack I am. I don't want to be here for you to hold me morally accountable. I don't want to be here for you to criticize the way I dress. I'm here for the fantasy, to get the love and the likes and the admiration and people to tell me it feel good and it look good and it sound good. So when Redman come along and give you the reality and hold that mirror up, of course you hate me. He's the one we try and dream on here, and he's the one not allowing us to dream. We done already have life hard already, like Wappa in Wapparin, and I kind of take the potholing, and now I got come on Facebook in my fantasy land and listen to Redman give me the real. I come here to escape. He's the enemy.
I will.
Yeah, a woman will tell me he got to be an anti-man talking about woman all day. What? What do you mean?
What
Who you
is
want
man
me?
them
Who
talk
you want me
about?
talking a bunch of cats? No, I'm not gonna do that. I like these people. You know what I mean? Like when I go to the Dodge dealership and I see the Hellcat, I love the Hellcat, but I don't like this one. Then if I say that, they're gonna be like, "Well, you comparing us to a car?" Shut up. It's an example. I'm not
I will
comparing you to the car. You know what I mean? So you have these, and I want to say this before I leave on the Sean. These
mm,
people are not the majority, They're the 1% that's just loud.
Hmm.
That's it. And I wanted to prove that when they say cancel me, we should cancel him. Everybody go and follow him. Well, buddy, it just didn't work out the way you thought it would work out because majority of the people are thinking like me. You're just loud and looking at attention. You want to be sensitive. You're American. That's what you is. You from America. And you fall into that American perception of whatever it is they have over there that you gonna be ultra sensitive and that's it. Cause nobody in their right mind gonna look at that post and see that he's a pedophile. No,
yeah,
that's you have underlying problems with me already. That this is your chance to get out and you have enough people to protect you. Now, for back in the day when I was dragging people that have been quiet, because they'd have been like, oh no, I don't want to get involved in this. Supposed to call my name, I might not say nothing. But now that I don't say nothing to nobody, and I just see people express themselves, they might just go run and go express themselves without any consequences. And it shouldn't be. Because I've learned that it's no make no sense in dragging nobody for their opinion. If I said it and you interpret it the way you interpreted it, or perceived it the way you perceived it and you want to express whether it be in kind or visceral, that's your prerogative. That don't have nothing to do with me. That's you and how you're feeling. If I ever lay down in the bed and I see my girl hot and battered over fucking Brian Post, we done. Who is this nigga that you mad about that we don't even know? Why are you even upset? What are you talking about? You gonna do a rally? A rally for what? You see the light bill is $900? You come home to tell me you gonna rally against Redman? You know why you don't even want to do this no more? Your priorities is fucked up. You're an illusion. But we gotta stand up. Stand up for what? His opinion. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't get mad at them. You gotta let them be them and evolve when it's supposed to evolve and come out of that if they were supposed to come out of it. You know what I mean? I ain't
mm,
really judging them. I just thought your IQ a little bit higher, I guess, but it's not.
I will,
Sorry.
I will, I will close off that topic with this, and I want people to understand something, right? And the same thing I read man say about holding up the mirror. Like even when I bring up the example, because I know the power of my voice carry, I know the power of this podcast carry Redman, carry Fire, carry Brian carry. You know what I'm saying? When we criticize these things, it's not from a place of trying to just attack anybody or
Mm,
just say these things to make you feel a type of way so you could be mad
yeah,
about what going on in your day. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
It's accountability, something
Mm-hmm.
that's lacked in general. So if you're going to stand for something, stand for it. 'Cause like I said, it's not that I have to agree what you're standing for all the time, But if you're gonna stand for something, then stand for it. Do not be hypocritical in your words as much as you can, because you're gonna have times that everybody might be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? But stand for it. So when I call out these examples, it's just because I watching y'all, man. Let's be real and let's talk to ourselves and let's be real about this. But if you're gonna stand for something, stand for it. Don't stand for it because it's coming from somebody that you don't care for. So no is a problem. No, stand for it with the people that it coming from
All the
when
time.
the people
Yeah.
you check all the time. If it's somebody you like, stand for it. If Brian Far Right Redman comes say some fuck and I really don't agree with it, I will voice my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it come from. If it's the president, if it's fucking, I don't care who it is, my mother. You know what I'm saying? I gonna stand on why I stand on at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I gonna stand on why I stand on. I'm not gonna throw my stone and then I come back later and I perpetuating the same kind of shit. But it's justifiable because it's coming from me or coming from my cousin, coming from my sister. We can't.
Hey,
We
look,
got to change that. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Biden will come and tell you, hey, don't cross the road to get heavy traffic. And he'll be like, thank you, Mr. President. And Donald Trump will come and tell you, don't cross the road to get heavy traffic. And be like, I'm not listening to you. You're a liar. And cross the road and get knocked down. My mother always tell me, don't get caught up on the messenger. Get caught up on the message, bro. You know what I mean? Like when I went to basic training, if the drill sergeant yelling at me, going crazy, telling me to duck. If I imagine if I be like, well, if you deliver that message a little bit differently, then I might consider ducking. I'm dead. I don't give a shit how you say it. I just want the information. You know what I mean? So to ask me to like say it a special way so you could get, then the message is not for you. Okay? You go by that other page over there, they come through, man, them, they're going to say it exactly how you want them to say it. Okay? Tune into them, and they're going to say it how you want them to say it, and they're going to dress nice, they teeth white, they clean, they exactly how you want them to be, they articulate, respectful. You know what I mean? So,
Whoa,
oh, that's some
that sounds
feedback. You get
really
some
good.
feedback? I get some
Brian.
feedback. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Brian. I just
But
meet you echoing, Brian.
right, so like like I want to survive, bro. So I don't care who's saying it. You know what I mean? Like if Governor Brian come and say something right now and it makes sense and it could help me, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't give a shit how much money he might have steal. He just says something profound. I can use that. I don't need to use him. You know what I mean? Like I just he said something.
Hey.
Like, the devil said some profound shit, like eat the apple, nothing ain't gonna happen. And you ate it. And now we're here. You know what I mean? So
Remember,
it's like it's not the messenger, man. It's really and truly always the message. You know what I mean? For me, and I
Yeah,
know how to do it.
Redman is
that's
a
facts.
industry planting.
I know what?
Sunday, you hear him?
I
You
thought you
hear him
just
slipping them things in, Nate? Uh,
Oh no,
Brian,
hey,
you got
definitely I'm a patriot, so I would Donald Trump. I'm gonna endorse Donald Trump right here on the live. Then I edit out and I man just blow some kisses and it's just not.
Yeah.
Just edit that part. Go to me in live, man. I tell you right now. One thing when I live, people are start screaming sharing from the beginning. Because
yeah,
when I
yeah.
come off
Hey,
a live and I
everything
start
is
seeing
good.
clips, I start seeing clips of myself and I'd be like, damn, I
it's
fast.
fast,
What?
fastest,
You know what I mean?
fastest editors out when they
Fastest
ready
editor.
to tax it.
So I'm mentioning Sharo because one, we have a very good relationship. That's my family.
Mm,
I love her to death, but we do disagree on a lot of things, right?
true.
Even though we come out at the same stable. So she is pointing fingers at the administration and pointing out the monies that were, I don't know, immorally used, right? In
Pointing out is an understatement because
right,
she coming with
exposing
facts,
facts, right? She like
data.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right. So and that's I like that. That's championing. But then she supports Biden who stole money too. You know what I mean? So it's like people like who they like. You know what I mean? People fuck with who they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I don't not like her because she don't like Trump. She don't not like me because I like Trump. I got a friend, right? Tony. Oh my God, I swear to God, Tony that flood my messages every morning with Biden stuff and Kamala and everything. And I spend the rest of the day looking for stuff from Trump to send her back, and we'd be back and forth.
Mm.
This is a republic, bro. And in a republic, we have the ability to do that, right? Disagree, not see eye to eye. You know what I mean?
All
Right.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I want to jump in since we brought up the post from Sorrow. We know what happened there, and not just that post. A whole lot of things has been going on, especially this year. This year has been very rough for the Virgin Islands in terms of what has been going on in the government, what has been going on with WAPA, what's going on in the street. It's been real crazy, and like we are
Unlike
looking.
any other year? Is it unlike any other
I
year?
mean,
No?
I guess you're right. You're right. Not really. I would say
A
in
common
terms of like
trend.
to me get exposure, I got a lot more exposure now than before. And shout out to Saro for that because now we could see a lot. Also, I want to plug in and shout out Biko as well because since everything has been going on, Biko has started delving into the data and he has a post. I'm gonna make sure come to share it again that
Mm.
is showing you how to actually pull up the data to look at the expenditures that's going on in the U.S. Virgin Islands. He take his time. He take a step by step process on how you could get to that data. So for y'all who loud and want to talk all this thing in the media, if are really serious and really about progressing, go take a look at that. But that goes into my point. Redman post get 300 shares, how much ever shares it get. We could talk about countless other crazy ass shit that get countless of shares. So been on a rampage for the last me know how long of exposing everybody with numbers and facts. Whether truthful, not truthful, the information is there and the conversation has been started. And to me, I have not seen the support and these posts and the outrage and these posts in comparison to, like we talked about, the nonsense. And that's why me personally, I don't take a lot of people serious when it comes to what they say and how they arrive for the VI and we is this and we is that and we so woke and this that, because when it come time to be woke and use your platform, and I ain't talking about nobody in particular, just use in general, just use your platform to then highlight these things and stand up for these things and call for the cancellation of these things. It ain't happening to everybody, mum, because it ain't entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about that problem I would say we have right
I
now?
ready
Like
to chime in at that.
Man, like Redman said, dude, very people like shit. And honestly, we reach a point where we just like to complain just for complaining's sake. And I don't know where we trickle down and water down our passion for being one and being united and actually standing up to do shit. But what you see now is just like Redman said, a bunch of Facebook complainers. They go on social media and it's just their place to let loose and de-stress by just complaining. But yet you don't see that complaint coupled or tied to any action when it's actually time for action. Look at those times like when you have friggin' when people actually do take the time out to set aside and set up a protest. Look at the numbers for the people that'll be there.
like 5,
And then they would quicker
15.
share the post about nobody showing up to that protest
You know who had
than
the
to
most?
actually be at the
You
protest.
know who had the biggest protests in recent memory?
Oh,
Children.
yeah, for the schools, for the
You
school
should
clothes.
be
Yeah, they
ashamed.
were.
Insane. That's insane.
Okay, look. When we speak, first thing they're gonna say, we ain't here, some of us away. You could talk from all over there. When you call for things to be cancelled, I want us to understand that we're so smart that you're calling on yourself. So when you say, they say like, we should cancel them. Like there's some other people over there, like we have the cancel group. Let's call the cancel line. And they get like 1,700 people line up to go do the canceling. That's not how it works. Like you say we should cancel them, you're part of the people that need to be canceling them. Like if you are serious, when them people say stop killing
Good
the
point.
whales, they're about to go throw paint and get ready to get arrested and throw paint and stuff and deform monuments and block entrances and stop traffic. These people are really ready to go to jail over these whales, you know.
Mm.
These people is not ready to lose their jobs or go to jail over Whopper. So the best place to do is come in a community board and voice your complaints. And then that's it. And then hope that something has happened. You mean to tell me you had more people sharing my post and talking about my post than the people that actually went to vote in the primaries for their senators?
Repeat that again, man.
Oh no, man.
Yeah,
Oh
we,
no,
we
like
need we
so.
need a run back.
So yeah, because I can't take them serious, fam. You know what I mean? Like I can't take them serious. So I would say to them that you guys need to stop living on the legacy of Queen Mary and General Bodho and whoever it is sacrificed many things to 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 get you here, for you to be so complacent about how serious it is. Or you know what? We ain't gonna say nothing about father in the government, you know. Brian uncle in the government. That's my partner. And then I gonna say something about daddy, and then he gonna call me, and then he gonna be like, "How come you talking about my people and I thought we were boys?" You know what I mean? But if you can't look your partner dead in the eye and be like, "Yo, boy, I disagree with what that motion your father, you still my dog." My relationship with you don't have nothing to do with your politics your father doing, the politics your father doing affecting the people of the Voigelos, which is affecting my people. So if I's really your dad and your father doing fuck, how you mad at me for telling you your father doing fuck? I supposed to not say nothing because, but so then you don't give a fuck about me and what your father doing to affect my children and the policies. But my mother that worked for the government, I get a $26,000 job because she support the campaign. So I really can't say nothing. I just get it. You know what I mean? So what the government do is you have people in fair and a chokehold. You could go against Redman, cause what Redman going to do? He gonna get you fired.
Nothing.
Nothing ain't gonna
Fact.
happen. Everybody gonna rally around me. But if I go after Brian, if I make my voice known, I might try to get a job at this place. And then this person is Brian partner. And then they remember that you have said something on the internet. And know these is real fears people have. So I understand the fears. But my post, what Sarah doing, it didn't dissolve. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna say my post dissolved the energy because it got it. What I'm saying is Sarah post dissolve as much energy as well. So I'm not saying that my post shouldn't get energy. I'm saying that her post should get the same
As
amount of
much.
energy, if not even more, because these are significant things that affect you in a territory and your children watching. The children sitting down watching you complain on the phone, complain in the computer, complain on your tablet, and all these things about the government and nothing ain't happening, and they're just gonna be like, well, I ain't doing nothing. If you don't care about my school, why I care about school? If you don't care about none of these, my healthcare, why I care about healthcare? Why I care about safety? Why I care about no crime in the community? It's obvious to me my parents don't care about it. All they're going to do is go on the internet, have fun, talk to man, talk to woman, go to look jam. That's a shameless plug, by the way. You know what I mean? And
Like
yeah,
clean
you understand what I'm
slippage.
saying? So where your energy is, like what change you really want, just complaining at this moment. You could look if I as a platform, no one has called me yet and said, "Hey, look, Redman, we try to organize something, and we need your voice and your platform and your aggression to kind of galvanize people to come together." I am not doing it on my own to galvanize I to do nothing. You have already shown me that you don't want to do nothing. Just strike. The whole place strike. Don't do nothing. Don't go to the airport. Don't go to check out people for Delta. Make the line them clog up from people flying out. Make people miss flight. Oh, that you know what I'm afraid of? You man just gonna choose to fucking strike on this day. I got flight to see my mother in Florida. She about to dead. We don't give a shit. Right now, we need to prove to these people that we're gonna shut this shit down until we see some drastic fucking changes, Mr.
Changes.
Bryant. Until
And
you get to that point, then they're just going to laugh at you. It's that. Matter of fact, they laugh at the primaries because they were like, wait, you mean to tell me you have 80,000 to 100,000 people here and less than 10,000 people vote in a primary? So you're going to complain and then you're going to turn around and say, oh, well, I don't know, these politicians going to do what they want.
because we
I
allowing
was
them
about
to.
30, I was about 30 years old. I was about 40 years old. We're at the age where our people should be running for Senate and we know them. So if we
Mhm.
know them and we know their characters, why are we not pushing our peers to say, listen, you're a good man, you have a strong mind, let's get behind you. And let's push our new generation in here so we could see the changes we want. Instead of saying, oh, the same old politician, well, get some new ones.
Yeah,
Convince
thank
you.
you.
When you're sitting down here bombing in your group chat with your girlfriend, I'm about, yeah, my son, I read my talking and fucking Charlie Smart. How about you talk to one of them more people and tell them to advise them to go in the Senate or do something for change? You're here gossiping about what? You have to be an agent of change. You know when I decided to be an agent of change? My cousin that do music, God bless him, pressure that do music. So it afford me the ability to be around music very closely, right? And I come from a background, like, I come from in the ghettos, bro, and it was rough. And, my father life wasn't easy, and life wasn't easy. So I take a lot of liking to a lot of youths in the similar circumstances that I was in. Busting gun, doing this, doing that. Okay, you like rap music, maybe your content ain't my type of content, but if I could get you in the studio every day, that's one less gunman off the street. If I could do it, you know what I mean? If I could try to, I can't stop or prevent everything, but I could provide an opportunity for you to even, try a different direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what we doing? Like, I ready to revolt. I want to revolt. Let's revolt. I's a patriot, bro. Like, I's a nationalist. Like, I believe in the Virgin. I believe in the U.S. Virgin Islands. My mother and father from the British Virgin Islands, and I don't even fly that flag. I respect it. I understand where I come from. I understand what my heritage is. But it's VI till I die. I fly in that yellow eagle alone, my brother. You know what I'm saying? This is it for me. I can't go any other place. There's no place for me to run to. You know what I'm saying? So other than America, and that seems to be part of the problem. It's so easy to relocate to America now. People just like, you know what? Instead of dealing with this nonsense down here, let me boss off. So instead of saying I'm gonna lose my job, protesting, fighting because I want my children to raise here and be here, most people and just get tired of the effery and be like, you know what? I'm busting off from wrong here. But I believe in where we come from. But if we want to preserve it, then we got to fight for it. Them are like, oh man, I bet you this wouldn't happen in St. Croix. What do you mean it happening in St. Croix right now? They can't even get proper roads. They can't even get lighted. So where's the revolution that you talking about that the Crucians them that be doing? You talking about Queen Mary? She's gone. Where's the new breed? Where's the fearless? Where's the people them that say they had enough? Back in the day in the 60s, the revolutionaries were college students in it. Now the college students, the people them that went after college, that woke, understand what's going on, they're not revolutionaries. They're just people that are saying, hey, this is my life, and I'm gonna mind my business, and I'm gonna just do my job, and I'm gonna just, become more supposed to be. But listen, bro, I can't mind my business in this society.
Facts.
Far right son going to the same school my daughter going to. If he acting up and I seen it, in my mind is like, hey, far right, be your son really like, you gotta deal with that, bro, because my daughter going to this school too. So I really want the environment to be as good as it could be for all our children. So if my daughter
Hey,
acting up, pull me up. Not mind my business. I bet you when they kill your son, you don't ask us to mind our business then. I bet you say, oh, can you guys please help us find the killer? No, man. I just minded my business. It's convenient for you to mind your business when you want to mind your business when you don't want to be the black sheep on a topic. And that's
mm,
what'll be happening with me. I don't mind being a black sheep on a topic. Me minding my business. I gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? You want to mind your business when you want to mind your business. You mind your business against Sarah, but you mind your business for me. You mind my business then. There are plenty of that. You should mind your business and go to the polls. How about you start asking? You could call Sarah, you could call anybody into politics. If you ain't sure about it, and say, man, I really thinking about voting for Webby, man. You know what I mean? What you think about? You know anything about him? Any place I could find? You don't care. The system works, and it works better than America because we're small. So we really have more control, and they don't have the white man in the
Right.
system. They have black men in the system. So if you voting in these black men with suit and ties who doing immoral things, in your opinion, and you don't like that way of life, then let's find the next candidate. You had a choice between Saro and Violet and Brian at Trejenga Road. You see what Brian gave for 4 years, you didn't like it. But since Saro anti and Violet stoic and he don't come off as fun and he maybe suspend your cheering him and you have an angst against him, now you're voting for him. So you don't vote for them and now you're over here balling for the next 4 years and you want me to feel for you? No, I do not feel for you. You need to suffer more. You need to suffer more to the point until you get enough of it. And then you say, you know what? I had enough. But they didn't have enough. Far right, they did not have enough. They don't have enough. That's why they didn't make no moves yet. And it's easy to say. Well, if it's easier for you to not make the sacrifice and just deal with it, then don't complain.
Thank you.
That's it. Just deal with it.
I completely agree. That's been my biggest gripe. And even when you go back to say, like I said, I know how people gonna react, man. And I invite it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no vibes is sometimes you gotta drive a emotional reaction in order to drive change, you know what I'm saying? And clearly all the antics that are going on ain't driving enough of an emotional reaction for people to start not even to even go do something actionable, like go outside, but even to just do research. You know what I'm saying? Even to just do research and just come with some factual information, go learn about who running, go learn about how to register, go learn about why your vote gonna count, go learn about going up to go to the primaries. Like that fuck is completely insane to me. And like you said, Redman, people like to say, I don't live here. My children them live home. My mother them live home. I might like to go home. When I sit on here and I talk, I was a VI man, but I want to see my fuck win. When I see people ask me, yo, how could you come? Hey, can I come to the VI? Hey, how much for the tickets for the VI? Hey, you need a passport. I feel good about them asking me to say, yo, let me go home. But then when I gotta think about like, why these man gotta go home and deal with 40,000 patrol. These man gotta go home and deal with, hey, you on the island for a week and sometimes you might lose power. Ain't all the time, you know what I'm saying? Me gonna sit on here and act like Rome is still very beautiful and stuff going on, but as a local, I have to be realistic. I have to be realistic. We have to really sit on here and sacrifice a little bit more of our time. Sacrifice, like you say. Sometimes we gotta take the day off and be selfless to go and protest for real. You know what I'm saying? These people, the numbers is out. This fucking like back in the day when you didn't get social media, you don't know what the fuck really going on. You just out there just willy nilly. You seen this fucking life in your fucking face.
But nobody cares until it's them.
Yeah, and
They're
that's the
like, oh,
fucking
like, damn,
problem.
Brian going through that, that sucks. But they don't really care until it's their turn, you know. When
And
it's
then
their turn, then it's like, oh my God, guys, where's the GoFundMe? Help me. Oh, Jesus. They're killing me. I can't pay my bill. But when Brian over there suffering, you're like, damn, man, that's unfortunate. But no, it's your turn. No, you want the same energy that Brian wanted, but you didn't give it to him. You know what I mean?
listen,
So,
it's our generations, man. And I always say this. The fellas have heard me say this. Everybody has heard me say this. I could sit on this podcast and say, yo, government this, government that. Listen, right? Just know a lot of these mothers can't gain oil. And if none of we stepping up to say, yo, we gonna try to take some of these positions. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna sit on here and act like some of these men ain't keeping the positions and thing. Let's fuck out, man. The same way Sorrow leading the fucking pack and calling out every skunt that she could fucking see. Call the fuck out and let me put into this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Because like Redman said, we have more, the fuck too small for us to be moving like we don't have no power as a fucking community.
people only solve their country. Most people only solve their country when solving is safe. That's
Look how
it.
much turn out for fucking shameless plug, look jam. When carnival time I come around, everybody in this mother, it don't matter what. Listen, right? I can't say certain things because
Yeah, don't
confidential.
say certain things, you know. They
But
have a
look how much look.
cancellation policy going along in the VI right now, and I would hate for Come True Podcast to end up on that
But
list. You guys are
but if we're
very
being
outstanding, man.
realistic, right? Look how everybody. I don't see the posting, and I know it's posting, but it's serious. We ready to say fuck the PTO. If me ain't no PTO, I can still take the fucking day off and all these things to go fat and them fuck. Where is that energy to go fucking to the polls and vote? My little sister, my little brother, I asked, hey, I register, boom, boom, boom. Hey, listen, we gotta make sure we fucking voting. And listen, we can't be that. I can't be on this podcast talking my talk and mean included in the fucking community. You know, I refuse to be a fucking hypocrite. And a lot of people is hypocrites. We gonna sit on here and complain about fuck, and you ain't fucking voting. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that fuck. As man.
Yeah, but then you know that excuse, but you know, how much time you want me to vote for the same people
No,
I'm gonna when
no,
it's over
and
with,
that's
and
the point.
that's
Stop
what I do.
fucking voting for the same people. If we gonna and listen, what they say, repeated actions make you a fool.
And
I'm
to
a
expect
fool.
a different result from the same actions make you insane.
Damn.
Vote all these mothers cunt out. The fuck as bad as the fucking is. Who fucking cares at this? The fuck can't get no fuck. Well, me, it could get worse, but
No, it's gonna. Yeah, I told my bedroom today, and let me tell you, right, bro.
Well,
I don't care what anybody
I ask you a
say.
question, man.
We fighting a slow death.
So what?
mm,
We fighting a slow death.
I agree.
Okay, you trying to throw this thing in reverse? It done gone.
this part
It
take a
done
turn.
gone. We just slowing down the process. You know, it's like you're dead at 80, but we will make sure we dead at 100. At least let me try to see if we can push it to 100. But you'll be dead. Dead in the water. We don't have the fight in us. Not enough of us. And then when we do find the people who have the fight, we don't rally around behind them and champion them. You know what I mean? We find ways to like drag them down or criticize them or now is the time for me to yeah, wrong. Sarah wasn't a pedophile, but when she said this, now you're telling me she's a pedophile. Why didn't you tell me that 2 months ago when she was quiet and wasn't saying nothing? But now she opened her mouth to say something. Now she touched children in the school. No. So when she touched the children in the school, how come they didn't say nothing then? but now she running for politics. She touched the children in the school. I
The
really have
crazy
a
thing is,
problem with you who knows she touched the children in the school
I
and then
ain't saying nothing.
fucking say nothing until years after.
The
You
crazy thing is, right? We could sit on here and talk about these things. We got how much have 100,000 of people could sit on here and see these things that we're doing, right? And I talking from a place of, let's say you're not even educated enough to say you're gonna formulate some real thoughts about voting, but just to see a woman come in here and exposing these things, you think that fuck gonna move anybody to say, you know what, next election we making sure she get in?
if
And I could
no,
sit on here and the part and I fuck is sad. How can I sit on here and say that shit? That's crazy to me.
because they're necking between is not in between the guillotine. So they not look. Remember, I want to believe it's Net Turner, not Turner. One of them dudes from in the Carolinas or Virginia, and them man were rebelling. And bro, they start off everybody were talking attack, but when our time come to die, everybody who hesitate, he throw them in. Like, God, these people going to sell us out, so let me just get rid of them now. They hesitating. They ain't really want this. You know what I mean? And people don't really want that, man. I was an extremist when it comes to the virgin, and in the sense, like, I feel like we should just blow it all up. Start from scratch. We might lose 5 generations. 5 generations might have to suffer, but we need to, like, reboot. I come St. Croix, right? I was so excited to come St. Croix. I come St. Croix, I land, and I leave in the airport. And I mean, I say, like, you can't even, like, dress it up a little bit. Like, I reached the paradise. Like, you can at least just make the airport road a road, the parking lot like paved up. Like, you can't, like, ain't the grass ain't cut, like the bushes bleeding through the fence. Like, you can't say, you know what, let me take a little pocket change and make sure that at least when they land at St. Croix, we could trick them that they in paradise. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that, and it's like, and like, you would drive on a road every day and you gonna make no noise about it, or like, when is enough? Like, when it like I skipped 9th grade. I skipped not 9th grade, in 12th grade. I come back to the Virgin Islands in 12th grade from going high school in Miami, bro. And I failed physical education in 12th grade because I refused to dress out. Because after I get sweaty, my brother, in first period of PE, where am I going to take like a shower and refresh myself for the rest of the day? You see what I'm saying? Like, where like, so how we still going through this in 2024 that it don't have amenities for? I don't want to go to school. I skip in first period. I come second period. You know what I mean? I have a valid reason. Like, I'm not doing that. And this is like, my father went through it. My mother went through it. I went through it. If my children were down there, did I go through it? My little cousin them went through it. And where is the, like, I'm sick and tired energy? Like, where is it?
Is really and truly non-existent, and I do think it seems like something a lot more extreme need to happen, like gentrification reach to 99.99% for people to actually see it, to incite change and inspiration to do something. But clearly we not at that point yet. Obviously, I don't necessarily agree with blowing it up, but I do think that blowing it up would incite that emotional necessity to do something. So
Let's say we did no. Let's say I raise my hand and say, you know, I'm gonna lead the charge. Are you really are wrong behind me? Can we find somebody else? Because he wrote a post that I didn't like. Okay, let's use Web. But I really like him and I could see, but he used to talk to this one girl I know and he do her wrong. And from then that day on, I just didn't really like him. So I don't know if I could support that. You're not supporting him. Matter of fact, you're making him a martyr, right? So just run he out in the front, follow behind he, let he lead the charge, let we support him. Couple are gonna get thrown in, but we're gonna get a result. But you won't even rally around the people that who want to be on the front line, who ready to take the criticism, who ready to get fired. You wouldn't even rally around them because you have these little small little angst about these little different things and nuances in life that happen, and you can't put that to the side for a greater good. But then go and come on the internet and have wholesome morality class for people. It's not like a weird matrix. You know what I mean? And I don't like to say them. It's really us. We're all
Us,
one
yeah.
people. It's not like I doing the right thing and then them and me doing the right thing. You know what I mean? The only difference between me and them is I ain't really complaining like that until I could really do something. You complaining so much, like what it is what it is you're gonna really do. And then you these people coming in and gentrifying the place. How much you have give a shit about St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix that you are paying attention in school, do what you're supposed to do, put yourself in a proper position, learn the things that make sense, be in the classified ads, ask questions about property. You didn't want to learn these things. You were 21 years old, just like me. Why I'm being crushed, why I'm being a jam, these having fun, living my life, and then when you get cheering and you turn our age and you're like, oh God, what's going on with the economy? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? But now with the advent of social media being so popular, I just can't see how we can rally together. Find a champion. I thought Saru was the champion. They won't even rally behind her. I honestly thought, like, you know what? Saru could lead the charge. She's knowledgeable and she know what she's talking about and she trustworthy. So let's lead the charge and let's get behind. And she's a woman. So that means more these women, it might not get women to rally behind men, but we should be able to get women to rally behind women. And they fail. They drop the ball. Men and women drop the ball. Not enough of us said enough about it. You know what it is we decided to make go viral? Pig feet and chicken stew or oxtail or whatever it is the little chef dude right that offended everyone. That's the one we should rally behind about. You know what? Let's go on their page and write a bad review. No. Let's go on their page and repost everything Sarah posts in the comments. You don't have to go argue with them. Just post everything that she posts in the comments and in their reviews. You know, when if he named Carl and you name Carl back, you've lost credibility. Because you're just saying you're just as immoral as him. When she done already gave you the tools to fight him, right? But you know, couple locals work there. They don't want to lose their job. They have family members. It just is a shit show. That's all I have on politics. To be honest,
And it is a reoccurring topic that happened throughout our different episodes. But just the idea that the community is really who has the power. Yes, the government has some responsibility. Yes, the government has access to a lot of funds that could bring a lot of change to the infrastructure, but it starts with the community. That's who empowers the government. That's who truly has the power. So to only point your finger in one way, what did it say? What when you point your finger one way, you point in three back?
right?
Because at the end of the day, the state of the Virgin Islands, we as locals bear some responsibility, and we bear a lot of the responsibility, a whole lot more than we try to make it seem.
And it's not really pointing the finger at the government. It is, but we're supposed to try to hold them accountable. And my criticism for the Bryan administration is when a person like Sarah or any entity put out this information, like be transparent with us and rebut it with facts. Just rebut it with facts. But
Yeah.
they don't even feel like they owe us that. Like,
They don't
oh,
say nothing.
my constituents in uproar based on what a former sitting senator have posted and furbished for the public to see, and you don't have the public decency to say, you know what, guys, I understand everything that she's saying. Just some reassurance. This is how this goes. This is what happened. Whether they believe you or not, you haven't shown that you care about how we feel and what we're talking about and what bothers us, right? I think you owe that as a politician. You owe that, and that's why most people. Well, I thought most people gravitated to Sarah. Well, I guess, like I say, you know, they grab when it's safe. You know what I'm saying? But I thought more people would have rallied behind her because she is transparent. And she is, you know what I'm saying? Go and ask her. If you want to ask her about her license, call her pastor, say, hey, talk to us about this license and say such and such. Is this true? They're politicians. They're supposed to be called to be accountable in front of the public. You're not supposed to fear them. Like, and again, you're sending police after me. Send the police after me then. I want to know what's going on. Just tell us. You take a little bread. Okay, if you take a little bread out of the 100,000, cool. But did you fix the schools in the process? No. Okay, then you gotta get from wrong here, my boy. You take your money and you ain't even making nothing happen. I guarantee you, if the school, if Claro, Marco, Laco School, Cancran, Central, any one of them were up to par, and we are fine up, Brian, and take a little 20,000, we'd have been like, hey, this ain't leave them money alone, The road them paved, the man fix the school, the man take a little 20, we good. Wapa running smooth. That people, people is like that, Yeah, they say cool out. The last man here take the money and he fix nothing. He take a little thing and he fixing things. Cool out. Just leave things run. One baby step at a time. We make a progress. But they ain't even doing that. You know what I mean? We got a big, beautiful waterfront way in the Virginalas and truck and in St. Thomas, and it's pretty, But what the fuck can I do? Like, it'll feed the hunger? It'll shelter you from hurricanes? Like rocks that go up in the air and protect everything when a storm comes? Like, it don't do shit. Just look good. You know what I mean? So, if you tell me you are going to do that, I'd have been like, yeah, that's a good plan. That look nice. But I can't fix the schools if I do that. But I can't do this if I do that. But I can't fix over here if I do that. Then I'd be like, well, don't fucking do it. I walk in just fine. When you go down there in St. Thomas, the traffic is the same when they have 2 lanes versus when they have 4 fucking lanes. I don't know what congestion it fixed. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like I got more traffic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to blame the public without saying us as a people, right? I'm not want to exclude myself from my peers or my fellow citizens as if I have it all figured out and they're on their own. I'm with them and we need to figure it out. We need to find some way. Like, we don't only rally for hurricanes and information and bam. You know what I mean? We don't rally for nothing else.
And when the outsiders talk shit.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. They're free to come here, Like, go ahead, sorry.
No. Finish it out first.
They're free to come here. They come here and they I haven't seen anything that they've done illegally for the most part, right? Like, just naturally they come here, they move here, they don't have to assimilate. They don't have to assimilate. They don't have to. I don't give a shit if you like the culture or not. We need to show that we love the culture so much that no matter whatever they do, they don't overshine or undermine what we doing. I can't make some Sarah from Oklahoma love Mukujumbis and respect Oxtail. This is America. The same America that allow you to prance around here and do a pride parade down in the West. It's the same one that allows them to come here and not give a fuck about assimilating. So you can't have one without the other. If they have the right to be this way, then they have the right to be that way. They have the right to come. You could want it, but what we need to do is shore up our culture, and we don't shore up our culture. Our men look like Americans, our women look like Americans, our thought process is American. We have no identity. It's slowly fading away. You know what I mean? We don't love the things that we say we love. We really don't. We just say it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trying to get them to assimilate, we need to be making our culture robust so they could either decide, well, I can't deal with what I get going on. I got to leave, or I'm going to assimilate. Because if I don't assimilate, I ain't going to be able to thrive in this society. But we don't show up our thing. You know what I mean? I thought, my data look like 15, and are just like 15. And the person arguing me data is 15 and look like 21 with lashes and nails and all these things. But I sexualize in my data. You know what I'm saying? there was never a time in my life where a 15-year-old looked grown, like with nails and lashes and weave in the hair and what? You crazy? Matter of fact, you can't even perm your hair till you graduate for most people. You know what I mean? You keep that afro puff and, you know what I mean? But that phone and that internet has created a space where people could see outwards, outside of the Virgin Islands, and want to be like that. And what you gonna argue with? When these people influencing your children or even yourself, because I've been influenced by American culture. I love the
Absolutely.
Braves, right? I love the Buffalo Bills. Like I'm in, like you know what I'm saying? But I am a Virgin Islander, bro. You
Facts.
know what I mean? I tell my little rapper them all the time, you want to get rich and buy Boss Down. I want to get rich and buy Gucci and Boss Down the Gucci. I still want to look like myself. I want diamonds too, but I still want it to look like me. I still want it to feel like me. I still want to have that identity like, that's a VI man. When you look at a VI man now, you could be like, that's a VI man. If you don't know him, no, that nigga from Chicago, man. Then you hear him talking like, oh, fuck, you from home? Shit. I tell my little partner, them I get clans, I'm like, what are those? You know what I mean? Man ain't wearing them, I want Da
That's
Vinci.
crazy. Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
But we have a look, we have a style. Me say you can't get Da Vinci. Me say you
Yeah,
can't get these different things. But we lost our swag. When we look at our woman, them, man, boy, we loved the natural hair. We loved it. Like, why'd you get natural hair? It says something. It was a status. It was like
facts.
she not to take care of herself. She not to deal with her hygiene. She carrying herself a certain way. My baby mother, she had hairy legs in high school. I thought that shit was sexy. Catch a girl with hairy legs. No, no. They'll talk her down to death. Oh, God. You need a shave. That was never a thing when we were growing up. But we get it from the American. You up in the Fenty magazines. You doing all kind of thing to look like other people. We once had natural beauty. Like, you could wear makeup out of high school. I love makeup. It's an art. A lot of women look good with makeup and look good without it. Either or. But you can't go to the store without it. What do you mean? I want to see that fucking gash in your forehead and all that. I know you were playing out on the coconut tree like me for real. I want to see the scrapes on your knee. You know what I mean? It's certain things when we were growing up that we saw in our Virgin Islands women that kind of let you know she either a Virgin Islands woman or she's a small island woman. That
Mm.
culture similar. It's just certain things that came with it, certain movement, certain way they attack, certain things they stand for, certain things that they want going for. No, these monsters running around here like this Megan Thee Stallion. I don't like her. She from Houston. I want, give me back my thing, my girl. You know what I mean? Like, make your thing look bigger. I remember when Pharrell first had the Gucci chain. Pharrell had a Gucci chain, and they were
Yeah,
all different colors. And now in
alas,
Babylon
yeah,
going, set, yeah, Gucci chain.
yeah,
Fuck, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So that means they're looking at us and our vibe from our time and and like want to look like us and we want to look like them. Like, what kind of wild fuck is that, man? You ever see a Jamaican want to look like anybody? Them man just have that. Jamaicans have that pride and that braggadociousness about them.
Yeah.
It's like, who, you crazy? Man, a yardie.
That's,
You know what I mean? You ain't got wear skinny jeans like them too. It's them boss skinny jeans, you know? Yeah, them man boss skinny jeans. And how they look and that flex, that England flex, they boss that. But it's them boss that. Is the world assimilating and following their fashion and their trend and their swag. And Virgin Islanders have their own swag. We do, bro. You grow up and you see all the damn them, how they carry themselves, how they starch down their pants, how they move, how they wear the finger ring them, how they wear the jewelry. That's us. So you could enhance that over time. Don't go change into some nigga from Florida. You know what I mean?
I
yeah.
want to pivot one more time. I
Cool.
want to say this, man. Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing but the Come Pack. The Come Podcast don't come and bring a whole different side of Red Man
I
today. If
telling
you
you,
make it this
really.
far, cause I
The
know
villain
some
is
I
love.
probably don't fall off from the time I done hear about the post and
Oh
I
man.
don't know I ain't want to hear that.
Right? The moment they start hearing him get passionate or the VA, they probably like, oh, I don't want to see Red Man become
That
human.
they don't. I good with being a villain, man. If you need me to be the bad guy, for you to have a sense of thing about yourself, then
Hey,
So be it.
a lot of stories of success in American history, in Virginia history, and in the history of the world has all started with some kind of villain sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So as much
Mhm.
as we need heroes, sometimes we need villains to spark change as well, you know what I'm saying? So hey, if
Right.
I want look to whoever it is for a billionaire, that's what this if that's what it's gonna take to spark a change and make we kind of get this shit together. So is a little bit I don't expect the things to be perfect, but a little bit more bearable for the people. Hey, that's what the fuck it is. But before I want you have done so much powerful things in the community. You did so much powerful things for your artists, for people around you. I just wanted to leave the people in with some good advice in terms of like when they're tackling this media thing as an artist manager. I'm sure you've done a lot of life coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
You've
man.
done. You have to deal with so much different characters and
Mm.
deal with people who inconsistent. Deal with people who consistent. The same thing you talked to me about all that about the consistency and really sticking through it. For example, your story. And I don't know if people know the story, but I'm gonna share a little bit of the story. You managed my site, and I end up winning a Grammy. That
Right.
come after how much effort you had to put in, you know what I'm saying, to get to that point. And I know I watched that podcast episode and I know I had talk about it, but look, and to me, like I had to tell people is like, look, sometimes you have to be able to do the things to put yourself in the position to even get lucky in the first place. So I want you to just give advice to and though it's more source like media and artists, can you give advice to people in terms of anything you're trying to do in life, what it really takes to get to that point and the dedication and the desire you have to have to
So
achieve something.
let me touch on my side thing quick, right? So that's my brother. You know what I mean? And you know, when you locking with a person and you seeing their ups and their downs and you going through it with them and you try and push them to do the music and fight through certain stressors they have in life and you deal with them every step of the way and you making the sacrifices with them, you know what I mean? Like I away from my kids, you know what I mean? Chasing on this music dream, this entertainment dream, this media dream, you know what I'm saying? And you going through that with him and he finally get like an opportunity to create history for himself. I'm elated, right? And he won, so we won. You know that when I say we won a Grammy, people were upset. Like, why you that do? Like, how you gonna just come out there and say he win a Grammy and Masai win a Grammy? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, just like from long, I just know people just like don't like you for whatever fucking reason, you know, or something you say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But Masai winning a Grammy is a testament to him remaining consistent in the face of adversity. Bro, it's easy to do what you want to do when there's no storm.
Hmm.
I want to see how you do what you do when there's a storm, how you respond. How, you know what I mean? Like, take for instance, Quan is not the best um lyrical artist or like, you know, hip hop dynamo type of guy. You know what I mean? But he came into my studio, our studio, Pressure Studio, about a year and a half ago. And he like, man, look, man, I really want to do this music thing. And I said, bro, all I really need for you to do is be consistent in stages. This first stage, come here every day and consistently make music. I gonna be out there playing game. I could hear the music in the background. I gonna tell you when I feel like you've grown and you reach to a part where you could put something out there and we could probably catch a little fire. You know what I mean? And he came and he consistently every night he go to school. There's a lot of people don't know about Quan. Quan graduating. You know what I mean? Quan the associates. He's 21. So you look at him and you hear they shoot him up, bam, bam. The man still went to college. You know what I mean? Still went and get he certifications for electrician. So he going school, going work, coming to the studio, catching Uber, running up his grandmother credit card to get Uber to come to the studio, chasing his dream. Allah, you saying he's trash? Okay, cool. That's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And lightning strike for him. And lightning only strike because I tell him all the time, dark success is when preparation meets opportunity. Opportunities are always going to come.
Facts.
If you're not prepared for when that opportunity comes, you're not going to operate how you think you're going to operate when that opportunity comes. So my message to everybody in media and anything in life is if be consistent. If an example is this, and I tell this is something that I use with every artist. This is a line. an analogy I use with every artist. If you wake up in the middle of the night and turn on your TV to your favorite TV channel and it's blank, like a line going through it, like the you're going to change the channel, correct? And that's the
Facts.
thing with how everyone consumes stuff. If I go to your page and there's nothing there, I'm going to go to the next artist page. So I said, Kwan, you don't have to be better than nobody, you know. You just have to outwork everyone. This is why Fizz up the stream crazy numbers. He just a drop a tape like every other week. He just walk and 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 walk. So that person who you think is really good, who's your favorite local rapper?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
My favorite local is Azim, Mr. Mundo, Uncle
Hey,
Mundo.
same
Okay,
here,
Yeah.
when
man.
last Mundo drop a tape?
Um,
Been,
Okay,
Mundo
good.
kind of.
Good. Arm is a good number. Arm is a real good
Yeah,
number. That proves my point. And Mundo is a real good artist, right? But here's what I'm going to
yeah.
tell you. Let's say you think Mundo is better than Flizzy, and he might be lyrically inclined, sonically toned, his scheme, everything, right? But when you
When
ain't
I work,
dropping Mundo and Flizzy dropping every fucking week, them people who looking for you don't have no choice but to go look at Flizzy. And eventually they're going to fall in love with Flizzy because he's feeding them music consistency. Not that you better than him, she's just outworking you.
mm,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And when I say working him, that don't mean Mundo ain't working. I just saying, B, if you take 3 months off to drop a record, we done already dropped 15.
yeah,
Okay, so you wait 3 months to drop a record, and let's say you get 100,000 spins on that one record. And I dropped 15 records. They don't really cost me nothing. It's not that hard to make music. We ain't shoot no videos. But I dropped 15 records and all of them do 15,000. None of them do, not one singular one, do as good as your one singular one. But my collective work
do
do
I?
better than your singular one in 3 months. So you gonna collect $10,000 and I gonna collect $40,000. I don't want to have the one biggest record. I just want to have a lot of good records and let the
Right.
fans decide which one is going to be the
The
biggest
biggest.
record. I can't decide what to put it out. Be consistent. As soon as you stop posting, as soon as you get fatigued, as soon as something happen in your family and you're depressed and you stop working, you have a young dude, a young lady, or somebody who hungry and working and they're going to take your spot. Or they're gonna make sure that you're forgotten and you fall off. Just keep working. I tell Web, I say, bro, to some people they're gonna say, oh well, you know, Redman and Kylan podcast popular because I'm big because they're popular. But how did I get popular? Did I just wake up one day and appear popular? I've been working for 6 years. I've been going through depression. I like I bro, I had a nervous breakdown and I never stopped working. You know what I mean? Because if I gonna stake my children and future on this, like I telling you, like I behind in bills. You know what I mean? But I point my heart into this. So when the one dude going to work 8 hours a day and then working on his podcast or his whatever he working on, I working all day, every day. And maybe he might get a little bit more change in his pocket, but I already bet on this. I already committed to this. So I'm gonna work every day. And to the public, they're gonna be like, damn, Redman, hot, Redman. Yeah, because I just walking, I just walking you. I'm not better than the Come True podcast. I'm not smarter than these guys over here on the Rugudu. I'm not better than the girls who doing Gabi and them. I'm not better than these people. I'm not probably not even like work harder than them. I just outwork them. I just relentless with it. You know what I mean? Like I tell people every day, right? My philosophy is really to post 15 posts every day. So when you see that I posting so much, I just try to accumulate. You know what I mean? I don't look at what the posts do. I go on my insight and I look at how much people I reach for the month. How much people I reach in the last 6 months. Did I reach more or less? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like I say earlier, I'm not on Facebook to consume stuff on Tiki with you all the time. Most of this is just work for me. I come out every day. I post something for the podcast. I share it on our platforms, put it in all my stories. I do that. I find other people post and I share it. So that means that every time you open up your page, you're asking yourself, why is Redman to the top of mine? Why is he to the top? Because I post relentlessly. I want to be to the top. I'm in media. My job is to get you to consume whatever it is I'm selling. And then when it's time, and then I got still relevant. So when Fliz Up drop, Quan drop, Esco drop, my Yankee rapper them drop, I have the ability to use this platform that I've built to then sing in the microphone. Go listen to Fliz Up. Go listen to Quan. Whether you respond to that post or not, you saw it.
Facts.
That's all I need you to do. You saw it.
Hmm.
So once you see it, I win. I don't need to have 100 likes. I know you saw it. That's what reach is, right? So a post might not have a heap of likes, but then when you look at it reach far. You check? They're screenshotting it, they're sharing it around, they tell it.
Yeah.
They ain't want to share it because they don't want to give you they don't want to share it because they don't want to give you the support, but they're telling their friend about it, and their friend got to go look at it. So I tell people all the time, if somebody don't like your music, they got to go tell somebody else they don't like your music, and then that person got to listen to decide whether they agree with that person or not. I won. You listened. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. You listened. A matter of fact, you who don't like it, you advertise for me by telling somebody else you don't fucking like it. Because now they got to go listen to that shit to decide if they agree with you or not. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're in media, you just can't be sitting on the guy and emotional about what people are doing. They have to consume stuff. Let them consume stuff. Feed them stuff. Let them have their opinions, good, bad, or indifferent. They don't, that's what they do. There ain't nothing changed. Did something change from when I posted to when Sarah posted? No, they consume stuff. They have their opinions. We would like for their opinions or their what they're doing to be more concentrated on important stuff. But I'm not in control of that. I'm just in control of the content. In the beginning, it didn't have a live far right. It didn't have live. I could have only post videos in the beginning of Facebook. And I used to sit down and set up my phone, talk about parenthood, post my videos, no shares, no likes. And I started to say, you know what? All right, couple little things happen to me in the media, and they look like people like nonsense. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just add a little salaciousness to my stuff, and let the salaciousness be the vehicle for my gems. So I'll start a life crazy. And then by the end of it, I don't give you gems and profound thoughts and things for you to think about. But I would have never got you to see it if I didn't do what I did. And you could say whatever you want. The proof is in the pudding. It's not like I'm making this shit up. We could see what you like. You listen, as much woman that say, yeah, I don't like how man that be leaking nudes. You motherfuckers share it around more than the men. So how you don't like it? Go in the comments when they say nudes, they can see how much woman. Let me see. But when it's your turn, you ain't gonna like it though. But let me see. So it's like you gotta pay attention to the market and the consumer and how it is, and then deal with them as that. They have to deal with themselves as individuals. It's not my job to deal with you as an individual. I'm dealing with you as a consumer running a business. You know how much you guys know how much it costs to run a podcast? You know how much money you spending? You know how much money we making right now off of these reels? We try to get ourselves hot to get these sponsorships so we could put money in our pocket so we could go back and tell our girl like, okay, it makes sense. Because each and every one of you on this thing right now know to yourself, your girl is like, okay, so like what going on when the money coming in? You're taking all the time, you're talking to Farah and we be them all the time and I and this thing and me seeing them, what going on? You don't spend $7,000 already, what happening? It's pressure, bro. Still gotta go talk to your woman and be like, hey babe, listen, come in and don't worry, we got a plan. So we know that we investing money into this thing. Like I poured money into this thing, bro. You know what I mean? I'm in debt over this thing. But I just know like I believe in it. You know what I mean? So I put a lot of time and I put a lot of effort in it now. May I like do everything the right way and come off the right way and be politically correct? No, I'm not. That's not who I am. You know what I mean? But you can't come and tell me that I have bad intentions. I hate women. Oh, like explain to me. Like, you mean hate is like when I tell you something that I find unattractive or I criticize you or I think you could do better as a person or I think you could represent. When you come and tell me like, oh, pull up your pants and you could dress different and you need to get healthy, I don't think you hate me as a man. I think you just try and let me know like, oh, you better than what you presenting, King. So how it is now because they want to do what they want to do and have nobody say nothing about it. You know what I mean? It's like this, right? If something happened to a woman and I say, look, man, the chances are less likely for this to happen if you had moved this way, right? They want to alter reality, which is like, no, how come the man can't do this? And how come that man, and how come it have to be like that? Babe, I wish it were like that. I wish it was perfect as you have it in your mind, but it is not. And it is real. And I am trying to tell you how to prevent it. So how it is your husband, your man, your suitor, this person who chasing you down is trying to tell you about an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure, and you ignore it, and then you're going to grow up, or you're going to get children and then tell them the same thing that you've been ignoring for somebody else who been trying to tell you. Like, like you don't think your children can see the hypocrisy in you? You don't think people can see the hypocrisy in you? You're going to try to make me seem like I don't like you because I telling you ways to defeat this society and get through it, and in a way where it's safe for you. You know what I'm saying? Like walking down the alley with my girl and then some man cat calling and she looking at me like I'm supposed to say something. Like, what you want to do? You want us to get home safe, or you want to see if like I like that? You don't give a fuck about me if you want me to turn around to these fucking dude and address them. What you want me to? What are you watching Avengers still? Like they made Disney Plus for you? Like what do you think I want Iron Man this? Like be smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we men and so they'll switch it on. Oh, you're trying to be controlling. No, I love you. I fuck with you. I try and tell you, I'm a man. I know exactly how men thinking. I'm trying to tell you, even though I wanted to be some upstanding guys in this club, it just ain't. Okay, here we're going on. Let's go to Legends Lounge. Shameless plug again. You know what I mean? Shout out my darling from Legends Lounge. You know what time it is. And wow. You check? So you going to Legends Lounge. Now, guess what happened in the Legends Lounge? There's a bar, right? There's a bar. What are you going to do at the bar? Drink and smoke, maybe? You know what I mean? Okay. So when you drink and you smoke, like what happened? You be on your P's and Q's, or you're incoherent and you're just like you can't drink and drive, right? So what you think them man going to be in there doing? Babe, when you go in the club, what you think the majority of them drunk high men who watching you half naked, where you think their mind will go? Not where you hope their mind to go, not where you want their mind to go. Like where do you think their mind is going to go? And then based off of your experience. Oh, every time I go to the club, they always try to press up on me. They always grabbing my hand. So why the fuck are you going back there? It's not going to change. It happened when I was 21. It happened when the new people them is 21. Nothing's going to change. Why are you frequenting that environment that you say that you don't like what they're doing in there? And how they aggressive with women, who are you still going there? They have a golf club down there, you know. You could go around them people over there by Fountain Valley, and you could just, mingle with the people them who don't grab hands. But you don't want to do that. You want to go to this bar where you know it. So when you're telling her this, is like, oh, you try to control me and tell me what to wear. I'm trying to protect you, baby. I know you could look beautiful without being half naked. What happened to fashion? The woman always had style. Boy, any cloth, put on a certain way and style up. Now you telling me you want to be half naked? Okay, that's cool. You have the freedom to do so. Then when you go to the club and these niggas see your titty hanging out on the side and your ass, the curve of your ass could be seen because the skirt so short. Okay, when that knucklehead come to try press up on you, I just really want you to understand that no, I don't think that should be a reason for him to press up on you. I am in agreement with you. No men should be thinking like that. But I'm not surprised that the drunk motherfucker did it. You're the only one surprised. And it happened to you. More than he pressed up on a girl, it happened to you more of a man pressing up on you than a single man pressing up on a girl. Because you're a woman, it happens to you every time you go out. But you're still there. You're still in there. Still in the same places. But now when I'm telling you about it, trying to prevent it from going a way that I know it could possibly go, I controlling, I sexist, and why I don't talk to the men them. Women raised though. My mother talked to me. I don't do that. So go blame the other woman who, you know what I mean? Like, or his father or whoever. So this is the type of things that Either hold up the mirror. So when I hold up that mirror and I expose it, and you have to look within, and you have to really sit down and consider what you're doing, you have to struggle between, oh God, what the logic he's talking about, or what it is I really want to do in my heart and do what I want, and I really like it. Like, come on, man. We have to live in reality. You know what I mean? You just have to live in reality, and the reality of it is that it's not that the world is unsafe for women. It's just that the world is a dangerous place and men are more equipped to survive it than women. That's just reality. You know what I mean? Men are going to fight, men are going to kill, men are going to murder. The statistics show these. And we have to defend and protect our own daughters, mothers, and our children. So we're saying in help us help you. You know, help me help you be protected. I just tell my partner daughter, right? I said, don't call your brother when somebody call you dumb, you know. Call your brother when somebody hate you, if anything. But don't go call him when somebody call you dumb. Because now when you call him just because a man call you dumb, now you put him in front of another man and now they're in conflict. And you don't know how that they're going to turn out. But I call my man, brother, to come stick up for me. How much you love him that you would put him in that situation where anything could go wrong. But then you're going to tell me I don't love him. When I here trying to tell you how to prevent these things or how to, you know, like the reality is, I would love for you to express yourself. However, my hope is for you, like, I want you to express yourself however you want to express yourself, and it all goes well. But I've seen over 40 years that it doesn't all go well. And it's highly likely that you're going to be pursued in a certain manner if you move in a certain manner. So now that I have gained all of this knowledge and experience, I'm giving it to you, and you're rejecting it just because you want to do what you want to do. Well, then do it. Just don't call me. Imagine you send your son out, and your son, he's seeing this girl guy in a fight with a dude. What you want your son to do? Go over there and part it? To be a chivalrous man and go over there and do what men do and
Yeah.
protect that woman. And when you go over there to protect that woman, because that man, they were clouting she because she was cheating with his best friend, and then your son go over there to be like, hey, you can't do that. That's a woman. And he turn his energy to your son and kill your son. You know what happened? My fucking son dead for this whoring bitch. She was cheating. There's some fuck now. I send my son over there. My son over there thinking he's supposed to protect. No, I'm not sending my son to die. Cause you is a fucking weirdo and want to do what you want to do and do what you want to do. Why my son got to come and die to protect you? He have a mother and a father and sisters and aunties and uncles that love him. I must send him over there to protect you because why? He's chivalrous? No. I don't even like my woman them fighting, bro. I don't even like go. If you come in a club and you feel like I got girl in there and they give you energy, go home. Or why I got to go
Myself.
home fight, pay my money? Because I want you safe. And it ain't that deep to be here. Okay, we spent $35. Let's go home. Why you in a fight? Why you fighting? Why you doing? How was that? Why you using my woman? Why? How? You don't have any like every man. If you ever been in a fight, trust me, before the fight start, you don't know the energy, way before the fight start, You just make a
Facts.
decision to say, me going no place and meaning that fuck. So don't come telling me some girl hit you out at no place. So she just parroting. Like ain't nothing was going on before. You know her from no place. You just come and wheel up. Ain't just like you just you know what I mean? So it's like
Facts.
let's live in let's be real about it. You know what I mean? And stop taking our how we try and show you vibes as like we try and control you or we try and lock you in and no, that's most women haven't grown up, not most women. Most women that have no I know having grown up with the relationship with their father will probably understand what protection looks like.
Facts.
This is protection, not control. You haven't grown up with that. You don't know when a man say he love you, the fear he'd have in his mind. When men get in conflict, it doesn't end well. You know what I'm saying? So men live with prevention, like, okay, man, I just get my data, we building this house, I just get this loan. I can't deal with no jail, I can't deal with none of these things right now. We need to be avoiding certain things. We don't need to be
Facts.
putting ourselves in positions to have to get up. You know what I mean? They don't see that. It's like, no, you were born to die for us. No, but I understand why. I know what Disney Plus did. I saw it, but that is not why I was born. It was not to die for you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it's just
True.
like that. And the thing about it is, they have real women in the society. All of them women real. Some people are just different stages. I don't want to knock these girls who have different philosophy as me. They are different stages. Maybe when they turn 50 and ain't working for them, they be like, oh, maybe I should cover myself. I don't know. You know what I mean? But everybody are different stages. But they have women out there. Their voices are just not heard, or they don't feel safe voicing their
The
opinion
voice
about womanhood and what woman's supposed to be
Or
like
they
because other woman,
antagonize.
yeah, 'cause other woman will call them pick me's.
take
You
me.
gonna
Yeah,
shame
Yeah.
other
exactly.
woman because they have a different philosophy than you and how you should carry yourself and what they stand for. But you love women and you only champion women when it's time to go up against men. You don't love women. Cut the crap. See it every day. You hate each other. Bad. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and men have their issues too, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Men
Fact.
have their
Of
issues.
course.
Virgin Islands men, we haven't done a really good job of being honest, myself included, being honest men, just men. You know what I mean? Men, and it's not like a woman needs security financially. She needs security in your word and
Facts.
your actions. And we, as a culture, for the Islands men, we have not done a great enough job collectively. I know somebody will be like, oh, no, me, I did. No, I talk about collectively. We haven't done, if I should say, bro, we haven't done a good job of reassuring our women that we have their back through thick and thin as well. And I
Absolutely.
would say that women, more than men, have had men's back more than we have had their back. Because women, we put a woman through a lot, bro. A woman you catch 3, 4 times, she's still rocking with you. You know what I mean? Do all kind of dumb fuck blow the money, she's still rocking with you. So we have a lot of work to do as men. You know what I mean? We have a lot of self reflecting to do as men. And I hold men accountable. I hold our society accountable. I hold our generation accountable in how we have conversations and try to be as non-emotional and logical about it as possible so we can
Mm.
address the issues and drive change in the way we carry ourselves, the way we see our society, the way we project. It starts there. When we start there, then everything else will emanate in in all our endeavors. But I think we as men in the Virgin Islands lack a bit of leadership. Not that we don't know how to or we don't know how to we know the part, but we're not we lack a lot of Virgin Islands men, we lack a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? And I ain't making no excuses, but these women in the Virgin Islands are beautiful. I used to tell my girl all the time, like if you just see how she had looked and over from the back, babe. You listen. I ain't saying I right, baby. I ain't saying I right. I just saying like if like it's sprawl open, baby. Like I was thinking. I don't even know how I get in the room, but look at her. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't touch it too. So Virgin Islands women are beautiful, bro. Like, come on. You know what
Facts.
you guys know the guy from St. Croix and St. Thomas, man. Like
Facts. Facts.
look, listen, I get so weak in my knees. Like let me tell you something, bro. Like I commend the men who are strong. I aspire to be as strong, trust me. Every man I know really wanna be married, bro. You know, every man I
Facts.
know really want a family,
Yeah. To be honest, yeah,
We,
the biggest
bro,
of
we
dog, they say the same thing.
no, we really want a family. We want family more than women. Women just really want it for show. Like we want family for legacy, and we want to leave
Yeah.
house and land and be remembered. And hear my son say, "My father is Father Ryan." We eat that shit up. We
Yeah,
just lack
Yeah.
discipline. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But God ain't helping neither, bro. He ain't helping the fact. It's like, bro, I want to be disciplined, God. And then carnival time come around, and there's like 15 in a row. And it's like, bro, like we talked about this. I prayed about this, bro. I told you, like, this is the journey I want to be on. You know what I mean? And here you come, allowing the devil to walk right past me. And all of them sexualize themselves, cause the skirt shot, everything tight, the nipple popping. I'm a man. Okay? I like woman. So it's like, I don't help me. Okay? So I'm not making excuses for man. I just want woman to know like it really hard. Like you guys really do
Fact.
look good. You know what I mean? But we gotta be more disciplined fellows, you know what I mean? And that's really what it boils down to. If we wanna be leaders and we wanna lead women, we could say what we want to say. We could say they need to dress like this, they need to talk like this, they need to act like this. If all women ain't acting the way we need to act with them, then what we need to do is one, we need to change the way we move, and then we need to not allow the women who are acting the way we don't want them to act to have access to us. Let them have access to the bums. You know what I mean? And maybe they'll be like, you know what? I tired of these bums. I need to change the way I move to get this type of nigga that I want. But if they don't have a nigga like they want, then what incentive it is for them to change?
To
We can't
change.
call ourselves
Hey,
leaders and don't try to make the necessary changes. Some people don't have to change. Some people change slowly, slower than others. But that try and make the slow progress towards being disciplined, because being in a relationship, especially monogamous, for men, it requires a lot more discipline than for women. Women are conditioned within our society to be monogamous. When we were going to school in high school, I think, listen, my mother encouraged my shit. She didn't even know she was encouraging my shit. You know what I mean? I come school, I leaving from school, all the girl around me, my mother on the phone, yeah, Mr. Here picking them up, and all the girl them just running, and I hearing that it,
Yeah.
and it's adoration and like reinforcement, like what? I supposed to get a lot of girl, so I don't like what I say, what I'm talking, and I fuck it up.
Yeah.
So we were conditioned to, in a sense, not purposely, subconsciously. She didn't do it on
right.
purpose; it was innocently done. But if all we hanging out and I get the most girl as a man in the clique, I don't give a fuck. And the niggas no. You know what I mean? Like that's a
Fact.
status for men. You know what I mean? Like why yeah, the bad girl and man, the girl and love me. So that's been conditioned enough. So now we have to work extra harder to be disciplined and do a lot of things that we learn. Like all the damn them again, the girl them man with Gucci chain, man. And this of course how you can want to go up and want Gucci chain and get all
Yeah,
the girl
but
them too.
yeah.
Right.
That's what we
Exactly.
seen. You know what I mean? But we have to recognize that within ourselves, and then we have to try to work
Combat
towards
it.
changing. You know what I mean? And hopefully we find a girl that will stick to it throughout the change. You know what I mean? Some girls try and we make it harder for them and they leave, and then we try again and try again, and then next thing you know, 5 years later we're a town whore. So yeah, it's just the stigma you gotta live with. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, men, I think we gotta step up. We really do.
Yeah, if you think about it, almost anything that require change, once a collective come together, they could really make it happen. Like what you
Everything.
say, every woman grew up wanting it done. If no woman wanting it done, and if you was to consider yourself a done and the community see you as a done, that automatically mean half rip. No woman gonna want you. You think people much man would care to be a done?
That's
No.
true.
You think much man would care to live that street life, to be a bad man? No, because you ain't gonna get no woman because of it. Similarly, with a woman, did they get attention, which is obviously why they do it in most cases. They always claim that they don't do it for the attention, but let's stop the cap. If absolutely no man wanted you in the way that you presented yourself and you just got absolutely zero attention and the attention went only to the wholesome woman, guess what? You would end up being wholesome.
But
So so
you know what the Dan represent to these young girls in communities that we come from and stuff like that? Security and
Security.
protection. Cause he bad man and he get money. You know what I
You
mean?
get there, yeah.
So I could see how they fall for that. You know what I mean? So I don't want not to hold them accountable, but I also want to give grace and understanding. Like, yo,
true.
that's the man that's providing
That's a
for.
fair
So they
point.
have like a false sense of it, a fleeting idea of it is right there in front of their face. They too, just like men are allowed to muddle through their mistakes as teenagers and having multiple women and all of these things. We also gotta give grace to these women. I mean, it hard. You check it hard
Heavy.
because men are everybody are good presenters, but I mean, America
The
is a
problem is,
facade. So if men
yeah,
built America, then you know what I mean. Men are
that's
great
not
at
really
building
thing.
facades, and so. it's not shocking that women fall for it, especially when women don't have fathers and examples.
Right.
And here comes this dude there who get a pocket full of money and could throw it around, and he get respect in the street and nobody ain't gonna mess with him. And of course she gonna gravitate to that, even if he ass ugly. It's
That is
just
true, and
Mhm.
just because the main reason that a bad man really does exemplify a lot of masculine traits.
Right.
That's really what it boils down to, and that feminine nature is automatically attracted to that. It just happens to not be necessarily wrapped up in the healthiest package, but it
Right.
does come with that masculine energy. So I do understand it as well. But if collectively it was a conscious decision to just shift that, we would see change just almost overnight. Not
Yeah.
almost overnight because we have a lot of shit going on now. But
Oh
you get
yeah,
my
we,
point.
we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit. Yeah, we do have a lot of shit going on.
I I just had listening and reasoning myself and my man. I'm like, man, I wonder when I sit on here and clip this up, because hey, I'm gonna be real transparent in it. But I gonna sit on here, we're gonna clip this up, we're gonna package it so people can get some good insight. I wonder where we're gonna go, man. Cause like I said, we just sit on here and watch Red Man get chatter, chatter. And look how the conversation led to, you know what I'm saying? Without
Right.
even prompting, you know what I'm saying? And that shows people true intention, and that shows the heart of people, you know what I'm saying? But hey, sometimes when you're talking, when you say you're beating a dead horse, man. So
Hey, me mad
Yeah,
at
so it
nobody that
also
had negative to say, but I just want them to know that I remember you,
yeah, of course.
and I just remember that I remembered. I don't forget. That's why when they see me out in the street, that I be so quiet and just close to my people, then because I remember each and every last. I read all of them. I just don't react and it don't affect me, but I just know the time is going to come where you're gonna have to come through my door, and I will remind you. Like I petty like that fuck. I petty bad, man. I
With
really am
that.
a petty guy. I'm not a petty guy like I'm gonna block your blessing, but I will
Mm.
remind you that the door between you and a check is not me. Okay? So like, I just want you to know that I'm going to open the door for you, but just to friendly remind you that the door between you and that check is me.
With
Yeah.
that, we like to end all our episode them on a good note.
Hmm.
We like to give gratitude for something that happened in the past week or whenever it is, just something to give gratitude for, to give thanks for. I will kick us off. Give thanks for my family and give thanks for everybody that's been a part of this process of who I am, you know what I'm saying? From the point where I was bad, from the points where I was good, from the points when I was down to the points I was up. To all, like you said, the negative criticisms to the positive criticisms, you know what I'm saying? Just give thanks for everybody that was involved and had a hand or had a word in the process of me becoming who I am and me continuously being able to grow and change into the person I want to be, and hopefully having an influence on the masses. That's my piece of gratitude for today.
yes, I'll jump in. Keep it simple. For one, I want to give thanks to my mother-in-law because she cook up some dukana and fish and have a good
You
lunch
know how to
tomorrow.
sass that it on.
Woo.
You know how to make sure she get a hey, yeah, I learned something. I want to be a married man, so I just wanted to know. I just take that one, I put it in my pocket, make up the morning as much as I can, and everything will be smooth. I like it. I like it, bro. I like
And
it.
then my wife as well. Just one big shop, I thought I had know about this pod that it was happening. Sometimes these pod do run late.
Mm.
So we all know how it could be. So
And it
I just
licks.
want to give her give thanks to she for her patience, for her grace when it comes to not being as annoyed as she can be. Check, because she understand that we talking real shit out here. We coming through, and as annoying as it can be, it is for a good cause overall
Right.
with a powerful mission.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I really want, like, in this past week for sure, I want to give thanks to everybody that are really like support me and that are reach out and continue to encourage me to be authentically myself, especially my daughters, man, because my daughter them they see the post, you know what I mean? So they always, they both of them have their different opinion, but this one they side with me. I don't know for whatever reason. My one daughter was like, they got a hole, you know what I mean? But she's a fun, she's a funny person too. So she was just like, you know what I mean? So I want to give thanks for them for always providing me with content and just the opportunity to be a dad. You know what I mean? Non-judgmental, just, riding with whatever I get going on, understanding, trying the hardest. My mother for sure, I want to give thanks for my mother. I speak on my father a lot, but lately I wanted to just speak on my mother a lot more because my mother I get my mind from my mother. In fact, the way I think, the way I process stuff, the way I read, the way I tap issues. She's never gonna use colorful language, but she's always gonna be passionate in whatever discussion she's having, and she's gonna be firm on it, and I get at it from her. So I want really take the opportunity on this platform to big up my mother, man, Letitia Penn Rogers. Like she really, as I love my father as a kid, like that, like I still love him, but me and my mother grew as I grew. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I started to come to understand her ways and her dedication and her little nuances and how she ain't all about time and all these little different things that every day in my life I'd sit and I'd be like, damn, my mother, my mother. You know what I mean? Like to me,
Fact.
she's like, my mother's favorite person in history is Fidel Castro. My favorite person in history is Fidel Castro. That's because of my mother. You know what I mean? The things I'm passionate about, especially when it comes to like womanhood, is my mother. So I want to give thanks to my mother. You know what I mean? And everybody who support me, but my children and my mom. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been so strong, being able to deal with criticism. My mother used to always tell me like, but people say what they say, let them say what they say. That's what they say. My mother, the first person to tell me like, hey, I like, mommy, what you do if somebody call you a bitch? You're like, am I a bitch? I was like, no. Then so why you care what they say? You know what I mean? While I was in school, listen to people, you call my mother a bitch, we got to fight. My mother's like, no, why you fighting for it? It's not true. So let them people talk. So she's the first person that really instilled in me to let people say whatever they want to say. They ain't coming to put a hand on you. They ain't coming to do nothing. Then why you care what they saying? You giving them power, making them powerful. You making them have claim over your life. You making them like, they making you angry. Like this person, they control you. Why are they making you angry? Who are they? These people. What have they done to you other than say how they feel? So credit to my mother for that. My mother is who is really why I have a real thick skin. You know what I mean? And she never said nothing wild to me for me to like be hurt and have a thick skin. That happened in the projects amongst men. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But my mother, before I even get to be outside, I was inside. My mother prepared me for the world. And I didn't know she was preparing me for the world. I just thought she was mean and harsh and cruel. But really and truly, she know the world was mean and harsh and cruel. She wanted me as a young black man to be prepared for that. Whatever might come at me and how to sustain and endure. And however success looks for me, it looks for me. But she do that for me. So you know what I mean? I love her to death for that. And I honor her because if she didn't take the approach she take, then I wouldn't be who I am today. And I love who I am today. I mean, I could be better. I'm striving to be better, but I love who I am. You know what I mean?
Real.
Yeah, my mother.
Shout out to moms, man.
And I
And I do
talking
want to
behind.
just
Go ahead.
before we go, I just wanted to just big you up because with the relationship you and your daughters have, that's something that a lot of men try to achieve but are unable to, and not
Fact.
able to get to that open space with a father daughter dynamic, and you have two and they both have this open relationship with you to the point where they could have joke about the post. It just goes to show for one that it just really wasn't as big of a deal as people made it seem. Obviously the perspective came into play, but yeah, I just
And
wanted
and
to big you up on that.
their mother deserve credit too because she could have been the lady like, oh, you ain't paying your child support, you can't see your children, don't talk to them, don't call my phone, don't do this, don't do that, or you're behind, or you're this, or she never did that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe in the early days, when you're young and she going through a little emotion, she might have been like, a little annoying. but I'm not holding that against her. It was warranted. You know what I mean? Like I didn't do what I was supposed to do as a man. We separated. You know what I mean? So I get that, but her being able to separate me and her from me and my kids and allow me to have the relationship I build with my kids and just, not get in the way of that. You know what I mean? Like, she's part of why I could be a good father to my kids. She's part of why she ain't sitting only talking bad about me and your father is this and he ain't that and da 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 da. You know what I mean? She might not say nothing at all. I don't know what she'll be saying, but she ain't making it difficult for me to develop that relationship. She know I love my daughters. You know what I mean? She know they mean the world to me. She know, and I appreciate her for that as well. You know what I mean? So it's hard to take credit as a dad without mentioning her. You know what I mean? It really is. And
Real.
because she could make life hard. They could make life hard for you, and she chose not to. You know what I mean? She chose not to
Right.
get in the way. You know what I mean? She ain't gotta make it easy, but she ain't making it hard. You know what I mean? And call your father, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Make today your father birthday. Remind them. You know what I mean? Today's Father Day, make sure you tell your father happy Father Day. Them little things count and them little things matter because then the daughter get to see like, okay, mommy care. So
Facts.
it's cool to like this man. You know what I mean? Cause mommy telling me to like this man as well. So is she doubling down on whatever I doubling down with? So that's to show you like you need man, you need woman. You know what I mean? Cause they can't be a great father if they don't have a good mother. You check?
Facts. And I want to say, Brian's absence for the rest of this episode, if you notice, my boy Pablo Brian fall off. Brian's absence was sponsored by Wapa. You know?
Whoa, wait. No, for real. Like Wapa went out down there? No man.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
negative,
Well, I
negative.
still got power, but down
Negative. Negative.
No, he ain't
Negative.
rock. He
This
ain't
is
rock. He ain't
west.
rock right now. Brian ain't rock right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
Brian ain't rock right
rap
now.
don't bad. Rap don't bad these last couple. Rap don't, me gonna lie. Rap don't bad like fuck son. Rap don't bad.
Hey, so shout out to Wapa on that one. But give thanks, Red. Been an
Definitely.
open supporter of the pod.
Yeah,
Ollie,
man.
we definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate the road, son. You give us more than we are asked for real. Anyway,
Mm.
we take a lot of times when it's the politics, we are just post. Hey, me know how the man gonna feel about Come True Podcast after this episode. But if they make it through the whole episode, hopefully they feel good. And if not, hey, who rock with us gonna rock with us because people know our intentions in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I would say to people, man, the Come True podcast ain't even with 1,000 followers yet. Please subscribe and share and get in tune with this podcast. I've been in tune with it, not from the inception, but I don't know if Wes Gola posted or somebody, you posted actually, Web,
Yeah,
and I saw it. And then I just started locking, you know what I mean? Because to be a Virgin Islander is to have many different perspectives. So I don't really just want to hear from myself. I want to hear from Farah. I want to hear from Brian. I want to hear from Webb. I want to hear from Rugudu. I want to hear everybody's perspective. We don't have to agree. You know what I'm saying? Our nation is not built on agreements. It's built on disagreements. This is how we move forward. Now we know where everybody stands. We know what everybody problem is. Oh, we need 3 bathrooms. We need wherever it is. We through conversation and disagreements is how we forge our way forward. So I encourage everybody to share the Come True podcast. If you get them to 2,000, I get a free shot. You check? So
yes,
make sure
sir.
you get up to 2,000 followers on Instagram, Facebook. Like, it's really a dope podcast. Like I've been telling you from before, guys, it's easy for me to come on here and chat with her. I've been a fan. I wanted to come on this podcast. You know what I mean? So, but I was going to just wait until I feel like it was time for me. It just happened to be that time when I reach out. I was watching an episode and I was like, damn, like, I got to hit my boy up and tell him, like, yo, we really, really like our podcast. Like, keep pushing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anything. Because I really like it, I enjoy it. I don't want to sit down and watch myself. I don't go back and watch my episodes. I don't want to see that. I look fat, I look ugly, I don't like all my teeth look dark. I can't edit it, the lighting off, my dick ain't printing. Like I don't like it, fuck. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see it again. You know what I mean? I rather just,
hey,
enjoy some other people commentary. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
So
and
yeah, I
shout out
respect you
Caribbean
guys, man. Love
Currency.
all you, man.
Shout
it's
out
much
Caribbean
love.
Currency one time. Same way if I ain't check that out. Really paving the way and doing very powerful things, man. So like I said, when you ask for my criticism, go out there and do the research and see what people doing for real, man. As man. And support. Like the man said, man, we at the end of the day, right, we could talk all this fuck, we could say where it is one VI, you know what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
one VI. and we got to move in unison. We got to support each other to the highest degree if we're going to exemplify that. You know what I'm saying? But love alone. Looking forward to doing more things in the future, man. 'Cause I don't know this
Definitely.
ain't the last time that you're gonna touch with us,
Now
man.
we're gonna bring Ayana in. Trust me. Like we're gonna bring Ayana, and then I gonna be the host. And I gonna show her how to ask real pressured question because I like Nado.
Ooh.
The what that dude name is who that know things about her either I don't know.
Yeah,
When I
not
pop
yeah,
up,
yeah, anytime,
yeah,
but
when I
yeah, yeah.
pop
Oh,
out a question at your fire, when I pop out a question on you right, don't fall in. I be holding no point. I like whatever give me a walk in the park here. If they think they gonna get a walk in the park, what is my turn? Like, yeah. I tell you,
hey.
yeah, come in swinging. What going on? Yeah, man, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. I like it. I encourage more people to jump on these pods and have conversation, and because I want to hear from other. I want to see other people get. Bro, I don't want to see popular people. I want to see a nuance in the comment. I want to see people have conversations about certain things so I could learn. I don't know everything. I don't know every partner going on in VI. I want to see more healthcare workers find the vibe to come on and have conversation with you guys and really educate the public because bro, you have how much followers you have? You might be reaching people I ain't reaching.
True,
Can't all of us can reach everyone, but individually all of us can't reach everyone. But
Right.
collectively all of us can reach everyone. So
true.
today might be a message from me that you like, and tomorrow might be a message from these man that you like, and whoever else doing what they're doing. So I encourage people to, like I tell Web, bro, our artists them can't get bigger or be more popular unless the media starts to do the coverage. The people them that we think are giants and supposed to be big in society and a war state cannot achieve these things unless we develop a type of media in the Virgin Islands where we're encouraged. Remember the time when people didn't want me and oh yeah, I was on the internet, oh my god, like he ain't got nothing better to do with his life. Well, I was working towards this.
It's the wall
When you
now.
were saying that 5 years ago, because my mind was set on where I'm at, and when now where I'm at, my mind is set on something else within the same lane further down the line. So when you complain about I made progress, you watch me make progress. I want to see other people make progress and like really make us a force because we can't. We different, bro. We know that in the Virgin Islands
Fact.
people, when we go in party, like we just different. Like we got around with our Caribbean people, we have a thing. Like we different. You know what I mean? You're not a VI man. You know what I mean? Unless you dress like you from Chicago, but I'm just saying. Like, you know what I mean? I'd be taking shots at my rappers and I just wanted to know.
Hey,
I'd be saying this so that when they see it and they hear
I
it, they'll
know
be like,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
They come back around and be like, hey, you're the mother, you're talking, but we gotta cause them is my real my rappers, bro. Like Quan and Fraser, they ain't my son, but they like sons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we'd have be together every day. We'd have be making music every day. We'd have eat together, smoke together. They're younger than me, so I get to see things from their perspective, and they get to hear my perspective, and they listen, and we are reason to argue. But them have fun. I would just talk shit all day. This is the house of shit. Okay, cause shit that talk around here all day long. So we that try to get our jobs them out, whether it be the music and you hear the little nugget them or like on my podcast and we throwing out my little jobs, you check. So we coming it's just fun, man. And I mean to see young men grow and develop and they ain't perfect. Who perfect, man? You know? We wish they were Einstein, but they're not. They're Squan and Fraser, you know what I mean? And all the other artists, Spliffy and I don't want to miss anybody names. There's so much I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like the Wu-Tang Clan over here. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it
big up yourself.
people with like different genres. You know what I mean? You check. So and then man, they have a video shoot right now for Baby Kia or one of Young Thug artists them. But they come out here in Atlanta and they make them connections with these popular rappers on a genuine level on their own. And that's things that I love to see. Like these rappers who doing crazy numbers and popular to us that come here and check these dudes. I want to hang with these dudes. And these dudes ain't blow up. I don't have millions of dollars, but their vibe and the what did
Energy.
and their energy, and that's a credit to them. I tell them all the time, bro. That's success. I was young, wishing I could have been around like a Jay-Z or a Future or somebody at that caliber. You already doing that, and I didn't do nothing. You just out in the city doing your thing, making your connections, whatever it is you have going on, and heritage. You get these guys, you know what I mean, calling to come pull up at the video shoot. They want the VI dudes around them, you know what I mean? Like, so
Real
shout out to them dudes for like really just paying attention to the stuff that I've been telling them. That's what I make me whole inside. Like, if you ask me what my passion is to really just be with my artists, them giving them wisdom and kind of like helping them navigate their problems, because they might get problems. Like, this young 21 and 25 trying to figure out life, and if I'm gonna do this rap thing forever for real and pay my bills, and you know what I mean, they're at a precipice in their life where they have to make a decision. You know what I mean? The same decision Rockies have to make. Am I gonna do this for real, or am I gonna go look at job? And that's pressure, bro. As a young man, your only barometer as a man is what you have provided and what you've contributed to the society. That is it. We don't care about nothing else when we measure men. What have you done? That's a pressure that nobody have to tell you. That pressure is just on your back. You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah.
So for them to be 25 and 21 years old, aware of that and navigating all that, I mean, I commend them. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys too, man, for allowing me to
Yes,
come
I.
and, cuss bar awards and say stuff like Pokey and Tonton and
You
Tia.
definitely didn't say that. What you
That's the
mean?
I just
crazy
want to
shit.
get, I just want to get it.
Hey,
I don't
He
wanna
said
get,
he said two words. He didn't say
hey,
the whole part.
you have to slip it to you in the end, Mister.
I had to, like, I forget to use these too, so let me just, they say I could say, they say you can use island slangers, so
Hey,
like, all right, got it. You know what I
that's
mean?
funny.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. You know what's crazy? All that people is really my fans, The people that really think will be like, have this date for me, don't. The older folks, they'll be like, he could do without the cussing, but I understand what he's saying and I like it.
yeah,
The younger
yeah.
people will be like, oh my God, how can you say something like that? We're gonna die, we're melting. Oh, like, Jesus fucking Christ. Don't be so dramatic.
So with that, y'all, as Pops would say, peace over the heart. Much love. Thanks for coming through. I hope to see you again.
Yes, sir.